is win or go home time, part 2, a Heat Hawks watch party here on the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nic Rohloff. For the third straight year, the Heat are playing in a second play-in game. Winner becomes the 8th seed, which Miami has done over the past 2 seasons. The Heat, if they win, would play the Cleveland Cavaliers starting on Sunday in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. If the Heat lose, they will head to Cancun. They will hold 2 NBA draft picks at 11 before the lottery, and then with the Warriors pick between 18 and 20. Interesting matchup here between Miami and Atlanta. The 2 teams split the season series 2 apiece. Each game was won by the home team. Each game was won by double digits or more. Which team will prevail tonight? It is a 1-point spread on FanDuel in favor of Atlanta. If you go on ESPN, they have the Heat favored by a point. What does that tell you? Vegas doesn't know shit for this game, and it's a pickup. We will have a lot of fun on tonight's stream as we did on Wednesday night's stream against the Bulls. As always, welcome into the Heat Report. Shout out your city for me down in the comments section as we are about 30 minutes away from getting this game tipped off. This one will be played on TNT. The game on Wednesday was obviously on ESPN. Ashton's in Buffalo, Frank is in Florida, Tyson is in Miami with Frank, the game squad. Rome March is in Nicaragua. Ohio from Thailand. What's up, Tobias? Juan is in Jersey. LaSchmidt says Cooper Flag is on the way. I doubt it, but that would be sick. Apple users in Fort Myers, Florida. FU is in Fort Collins. Central America from VidBully. Allen is in Houston. Elite, what's up, is in Phoenix. Tobias is in Germany. Malvo's in Langley Falls. This is going to be a fun matchup. I'll say this, and we'll go through keys to victory, preview the game in our 30-minute build-up portion in our pregame show here before we get tipped off. I do have a strong feeling the Heat win today. I do. We'll see if I'm right on that feeling. To be honest, I picked the Heat to lose against the Bulls on Wednesday. I'm picking the Heat to win today. So maybe, just maybe, I should pick the Heat to lose. Because if I pick them to win, maybe they'll lose. If I pick them to lose, they win. I don't know. But either way, I'm thinking they win. Now, what am I rooting for? That could be a different story. But I do think the Heat will win. They've been playing much better basketball over the past couple of weeks. They just dismantled the Chicago Bulls. Will they be able to dismantle the Atlanta Hawks, who did not look good, by the way, against the Magic on Tuesday evening? That is another thing here. The Hawks had 2 days of rest in between their last game. Miami just the one yesterday, so maybe a little bit of an advantage there, especially when you take into consideration they are home in Atlanta. It's going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like I've said this game's going to be interesting 2 or 3 times, but I truly do believe that because the metrics tell you the Heat should win this game. When you compare the 2 teams on the season, on what they've done defensively, offensively, you think it should be a Heat win. But they've also each won at home twice and won by blowouts each time. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting as I continue to say that word. It's the word of the day. Interesting, I suppose. What's interesting as well is, well, Game Time, the official ticketing partner of the Heat Report. And if the Heat win this game, that means they'll have 2 home NBA playoff games against the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 3 and 4. So if you live in the Miami area, you could take advantage and go to see the Heat play in the NBA playoffs. Game Time makes it easier getting tickets for the NBA playoffs that are hard to get. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to tip-off. They have last-minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theaters, and even more live events. They have all-in pricing when you toggle that feature. Shows you the total price of your ticket up front, with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a full panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy so you know exactly where you're sitting. If the Heat don't win this game, well, you could still use Game Time to go see some concerts in the local Miami area if you are there. Chris Brown's coming to Miami. Lady Gaga's coming to Miami. Go take on the events of the summer in your local area. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, appreciate Game Time for sponsoring today's live show. Who you got? Type MIA for the Heat. Type CHI for the Bulls. Let me know who. Oh, whoops. I'll fix this real quick. We're going to fix this real quick. Got the wrong text there. So give me a second, folks. I'll be right back on screen, but you can still hear my lovely voice, can you not? Give me a second. 1 second. I read it off right, and oh, that's not gonna be right. And now it's right. All right, who you got? Yeah. Listen, fortunately, the Bulls didn't win. The Bulls didn't win. Yeah. You know what? I misspoke there, mistyped it at all 9 yards there. We got Ty Man saying Miami. We got Hot Dog saying Bulls. Yeah, you know what? The Bulls could win today. You know, I heard they're playing in the Cancun finals against the Sixers, so maybe they'll win. VidBully says Miami. Game Squad Miami. Elite says ATL. Tyson Miami. Bright Wolf ATL. Muhammad says Miami. Hot Dog says Go Hawks. That's a Heat fan saying Go Hawks. Frank saying Miami. Remore Miami. Malvo says Davion Mitchell quadruple double. I think Davion Mitchell is going to give Trae Young some issues. He's done it a lot. He's given him a lot of issues usually. Hot Dog says we need a point guard. We do need a point guard of the future. I think we have our perfect point of attack bench defender and backup point guard in Davion Mitchell. Restricted free agent. We'll have to give him a contract this year or match any contract. We'll see what happens. I'm intrigued. It sounds like the Heat are going to give Davion Mitchell the tender, whatever you want to call it. It will just be fascinating to see if a team signs him to a multi-year contract, trying to pry him away from Miami, or if the Heat will just ultimately re-sign him and give him something before he hits NBA free agency. Tyree says most conflicting Heat game for a fan. I agree. I actually do. Hot Dog says Jeremiah Fears is Jamal Murray and Dame combined. I mean, listen. I am as big of a fan of Jeremiah Fears as anyone out there. But to say he is one of the top, I would say, 15 point guards of all time in Damian Lillard and a NBA champion point guard Jamal Murray combined, that's a little too much glazing for my liking. It's a little too much glazing. Chez is saying Agor Demen is the point guard of the future. I like Demen. If he can if he can become a 36% shooter from beyond the arc in the NBA, that is a player that can be an all-star. He's a 6'9" guard who can play make in the pick and roll, positional size, which is really nice. And if he's able to become a better scorer and shooter, hello. Same thing with Kasper Sakachonis. But the truth is, we're not going to be talking NBA draft prospects today. I'm going to be honest. Can't do it. As much as I like talking draft, and I'm like the lead draft guy here in the NBA or for the Chat Sports crew, but we're focusing on Heat Hawks tonight, man. Remember, Trae Young got ejected at the end of that game against the Hawks. Justin, what were your thoughts on that? I don't know did you see the clip? Or is this the first time you're seeing it?
This is the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, so at the end of the game, like they were down by 20, he nutmegs a Magic guy, floats it up and in, and then throws the ball at the official, then gets the ball back, takes it from the official, doesn't give it to him, and then gets ejected.
Let the boys play.
Hey, sounds like it was a...
Let Trae Young play. He's a businessman. You have to give him a little more respect.
No, I'm not going to say it.
No, do it. Say it.
No, because I don't want to make my position known on what I want to happen today.
Slap me.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to send a message
Maybe.
to the Hawks.
if you are just joining us, same starting lineup for the Heat today as there was against the Bulls. Alec Burks, Tyler Herro, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Kel'el Ware. I haven't seen the official starting lineup for the Hawks, but I'm pretty confident it is Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Muhammad Gay, Zaccharie Risacher, and Onyeka Okongwu. That's what it's been down the stretch. Let's see if they've officially announced it yet. I believe it will be that 5. My Twitter isn't loading. Awesome. Exactly what I want to see. Yeah, nothing's loading on my Twitter. Awesome. Oh, there we go. I still don't see it. I looked up. Oh, here it is. Yep, that 5. Those 5. No surprise. No surprise. Another interesting thing here. We talked about at the end of the last year's show, or last Wednesday show, Nikola Jovic is active today. He has not been active for the Heat for the last 6 weeks. Remember, he fractured his hand against the Milwaukee Bucks a little bit after the trade deadline in mid to late February. But he is active. I do not expect him to play, though. And Eric Spoelstra kind of said that as well. I mean, it's just tough. The guy hasn't played real basketball in 6 weeks, and you want him to come out of nowhere and be a rotation player in an elimination game. I just don't anticipate that happening. I don't see that happening. I don't think Spoelstra will do that. And with the Heat playing much better over the past 2 or 3 weeks, I don't think they want to mess up their current rotation they have. So I don't anticipate seeing Nikola Jovic playing today whatsoever. Super chat menu today as we're 28 minutes away from tip-off. We're going to keep it the same. Listen, Justin, when you win in blowout fashion in an elimination game on Wednesday, it's hard to want to change any of the mojo. You don't want to change anything. So we're keeping the super chat menu the same. Thought about changing it? I'm going to keep it the same. $10 super chat, we're spinning the wheel. $20 super chat gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. Hey, if the Heat lose today, this could be the last live stream until the lottery and then the NBA draft. So if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, we have some spots open, limited spots. $20 super chat gets you in there. I'll take a shot to celebrate as well. $50 super chat. I will do a beer bong as well. I got my Happy Dad. I got fruit punch flavor today. I got the Merbanga. We'll create a party here on a Friday evening. Listen, me and Justin are working like dogs over here recently, and we're going to have a big week ahead of us with the NFL draft and potentially an NBA playoff series. But there is one guarantee in life, and that is that we won't be working tomorrow, which is always nice. So we can have a party here on a Friday night if we'd like to. Let's ultimately see and how this game goes. Super chat, first one of the day. Shout out to He's Him, $2 super chat. Do you know Matthew Peterson on Chat Sports? Well, of course I do. All of us work together. There's only 3 people at Chat Sports as a company that don't work in Dallas, that being Stone Shields, Tom Downey, and Chris Daughtry. They work in Cincinnati, Ohio. Everybody else works at Dallas. Me and Petey are good friends. We've been working together for nearly 3 years plus. We take a trip every Labor Day weekend to the first week of college football to watch a game. 2 years ago, we went to Charlotte for UNC South Carolina. Last year, we went to Vegas to see USC LSU. So yeah, I know Matthew Peterson quite well. He's him. I don't know why you're asking, but yes, I do. Yes, I do. So that's the super chat menu. Appreciate He's Him for getting the party started on tonight's show. Want the Heat to beat the Hawks? Hit that thumbs up icon. We got 160 people watching here in our pregame. Still have some time to go until we tip off. I'll say this. We've got on our counter 26 minutes to go until tip off. That would set it till 6:12. I always get 6:12 Eastern, 6:12 Central, 7:12 Eastern. I always get confused on what the protocol from TNT is. Because during the year, they actually, in the regular season, start their games like only 5 minutes after the scheduled tip time. But I don't know if they do it in TNT. Or in the playoffs, I mean.
I think I'm so used to ESPN always being 12, so I have no idea. Especially since I never really see any of the early TNT games, so I have no clue. Or how they start.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't that's not what I expected. Don't show that. That's a little weird. I don't know why he's saying that, but yeah, that's quite the surprise. Didn't expect to see that one in the chat. Didn't expect to see that one. That's a shock. All right, get those likes up, though. Goal is to get to 100 likes before we tip off. Goal is to get 100 likes before we tip off. We're at 31. 31 likes, a little too low. A little too low. It's not what I like to see here with 149 people watching. That's a little low. You know, we might have to just say if you're ready for the game, because some people might want the Hawks to win. All right, but I do want to showcase this. And let's start to talk about this game a little bit here as we get closer and closer to tip-off. We talked about it in the open. The Heat-Hawks season series is very much different from the season series of Chicago and the Heat that we talked about on Wednesday. Because obviously Chicago beat the Heat all 3 times they played in the regular season. But that is not the case with Atlanta and Miami. The Hawks won the first 2 matchups. Both of them were in Atlanta. Miami won the last 2 matchups. Both of them were in Miami. So the series is split 2-2. Both teams winning at home. This game is obviously played in Atlanta, so you'd obviously probably put that the Hawks are likely to win this game if you follow this kind of trajectory. But the part that intrigues me the most, and Justin, I'd love to get your thoughts on this as well, and because you just don't see this often. 2 teams that are similar in terms of their talent level, in terms of their record, their finish in the conference standings. I know it's split 2-2, but the fact that every game was decided by 10 points or more, you just don't see that a lot. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think, honestly, it's a tale of 2 different teams, though, between the split matchups, I guess. I felt like the Heat were a different team when the Hawks played them the first 2 times. And they were a different team when they played the Hawks the next 2 times when they won. And honestly, I think it's one of those cases where I think the team that got out to the hot start just held on all the way through, if I'm not mistaken, especially the last 2 ones when the Heat won. And it's just one of those things where neither one of them has the capability to really catch up to one of the other. So I feel like the same way that the last 2 started, whoever gets off to the hot start is probably going to win the game, quite honestly.
Yeah, I don't hate that thought process. And I do remember this game right here was just after Christmas. It was a Saturday afternoon game. I remember because I did not do a live stream for that game. I was actually with my parents. They were visiting. We watched the game at home. And the Hawks just ended up shooting a little bit better than Miami that day. I don't remember much about this game, if I'm going to be honest, the 12-point loss. I do remember us blowing them out in the last 2 games, but it is fascinating. Like 3 of the 4 matchups are post-Jimmy Butler trade. Jimmy didn't play in this one because this was right after his trade request. If you remember, the trade request report from Shams, not request, but that Jimmy Butler prefers a trade, was actually on Christmas. I remember because I woke up, was hanging out with the parents. We were quite literally about to start exchanging gifts on Saturday morning. It was Christmas was Wednesday this year. Yeah, it was a Wednesday morning. We literally were about to start exchanging gifts at like 10:30 Central Time, and I got the notification that Jimmy Butler prefers a trade, so I had to film a video. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I'll give my score predictions in a little bit, but first I do want to talk about some of the keys to victory for the Heat here. And I think one of the first keys to victory for Miami is, I think this good one Justin brought up, is starting fast, like they did against Chicago, but you have to limit the offensive rebounds of Atlanta. The Atlanta Hawks have a 30% offensive rebound rate. That is 13th in the NBA. Now, this is something that Miami has done relatively well this season and against the Atlanta Hawks in their 4 matchups. I mentioned the 13th highest offensive rebound rate by Atlanta. Well, the Heat actually only allow a 27.6% offensive rebound rate to their opponents, which is the 4th best rate in the NBA. So yes, the Hawks get on the glass in the top half of the association, but the Heat are top 5 in limiting their opponents in second chance opportunities in offensive rebounds. So if Miami is able to continue that trend and win the rebounding battle, I will give them a very good chance to win this game. Now, when you've looked at the Heat and Hawks playing this season, I looked at the individual matchups. Each team won 2 rebounding battles. So this season series has been very even. Each team has won at home. The season series is split 2-2. The season series rebounding battle is split 2-2 for the games as well. So it's a very interesting game. It's even, and it's hard to really say definitively who is going to pull ahead with this one, with the regular season matchups being so even and at a dead knot, which is why you see Vegas having this game basically be a pick-em. I do think another key to victory for Miami is to light them up from 3. I do. The Heat this season in the regular season were the 13th best team beyond the arc, shooting 36.3% or 8% from the field, excuse me. Now, the Heat also get a lot of their points from beyond the arc. They average 37.2% of their points from 3. That's the 10th highest rate. So the Heat get a lot of points from 3 because they are one of the top half teams in the NBA in terms of their efficiency. In the game against Chicago on Wednesday, Miami shot 13 of 35 from beyond the arc. That's 37.1%, which is basically their season average. The Hawks, by the way, this is a low light for them. The Hawks give up a 37.7% opponent rate beyond the arc, which means they are a team that gives up a good shooting percentage from 3. That ranking for Atlanta was the 3rd worst in the NBA, 28th overall. So unlike Chicago, who was the 2nd best defensive team in terms of defending threes, Atlanta is the 3rd worst. So a strength for Miami going up against a weakness for the Hawks, which gives the Heat a chance, if they start off hot from 3 like they did on Wednesday against Chicago, to potentially run away with this one on the road against the Hawks. So a strength of the Hawks against a strength of the Heat, and then right here, a strength of the Heat against the weakness of the Hawks. I think these two things will be indicative of ultimately who wins this game. 2 more keys to victory and my official prediction coming up here in our pregame portion. But let me know what you guys think the biggest key to victory for the Heat is. 17 minutes to go. Might be quicker than that. I don't know when TNT ultimately starts the game, but we'll keep you updated. But let me know your biggest key to victory. So far, I have 3-point shooting and limiting offensive rebounds. Let me know yours. Chez says Wiggins needs to go nuclear. Apachito says 3-pointers by Duncan. Peter Wynn, what's up, my friend? Says hello. Thomas says heroes. The dog squad is limiting turnovers. Chez says it's Davion locking down Trae. Ian Rambo in the house. Duke Brown says stop Trae. I gotta be honest. You can let Trae cook all you want, if I'm going to be honest. But if it's just Trae, and Trae goes for 35 points, but that's the only thing, the only player that gets going, then I'm good. Then I'm good. Tyson says slowing when Trae has the main source of the offense. Leave Risacher open. The number 1 overall pick, Zaccharie Risacher, has actually been good this year, which has changed my thought process on him. Like, I was a hater. Not a hater. I had him 4th on my big board when you look at my draft big board a year ago, but I didn't think he deserved to be the number 1 pick whatsoever. Thought there was better players out there. I think I've been proven right that there's better players out there, but neither here nor there. He averaged 12.5 points a game this year, shooting 45.8% from the field and 35.5 from 3. So he's not garbage. You can't leave him open. Like, that will not happen. That will not happen. Seeing some people tell me their keys to victory. Appreciate y'all. Well, let's get into another key to victory here. And again, you simply can't turn it over. And this might be a key to victory for every single game the Heat play, because it is such an indictment on how the Heat play and how their offense operates. When Herro and these guards make the right decisions, don't give their opponents fast break opportunities, Miami's offense is much more efficient and it's very, very good. And this is a big key in this game. On Wednesday against the Bulls, the Heat had 15 turnovers. That number isn't that bad when you factor in the fact that he averaged 13.6 turnovers a game this season, which you think that's a lot. It's actually 9th best in the NBA. So they did turn the ball over right around their average on Wednesday against Chicago. Now, the issue with playing the Atlanta Hawks is that despite them not having the best interior presence, especially with no Clint Capela today, who is out with injury, the Hawks' biggest strength is their perimeter defense. Now, they don't do a good job defending the three, but they do a great job forcing turnovers. They have 19.1 points off turnovers per game this year. That was the 5th best metric in the association. But because they get you to turn it over so much and get points off of it, you also see that they have the 3rd best turnover per game rate in the NBA. They force 16 turnovers a game. That was the 3rd best mark in the NBA. So to me, the only way the Heat lose, and I think it really is the only way the Heat lose, is if Miami turns it over 20 times. Like, if the Heat limit their turnovers, turn it over 13, 15 times, I think Miami will ultimately win. I do, because that is something Miami needs to do in a big-time way. But if they turn it over 18, 19, 20 times, let the Hawks get out in transition, the Heat are going to be in a world of trouble. So don't turn the ball over. That is absolutely something that the Heat need to be conscious of. Herro needs to make the right decision. It's going to be difficult with Dyson Daniels on him, but he can do it and prove he's an all-star like he did on Wednesday night against the Hawks, or Bulls. Oh, look who's back! The legend himself, Jesus Batista! My guy, what's up, Batista? He's ready for the game. I had a feeling Batista was going to show up again. Batista, when he shows up and when he's ready to rock, the Heat simply have a really good winning percentage. So I like the idea of the Heat winning today now that Batista's in the building. And since he came in our pregame portion, we got the Happy Dads cracked. I got the fruit punchies, and it's time to take down a beer bong. Remember, every $50 super chat is a beer bong. We have the same super chat menu as we did on Wednesday. Got to keep the same mojo rolling after a big-time win against the Bulls. Shout out to Batista with the $50 super chat. Beer bong time. Let's go Heat! Excuse me. Let's go. Shout out to you, Batista. Let's go. Let's go. Batista stopping by in the pregame portion fires me the hell up. It just fires me up. How could you not be fired up with Batista in the building? If you aren't fired up, you have no pulse. Beer bong, what's that? Well, it's when you pour a whole beer either in one of those funnel things, but we have something called a merbanga, which is, if you see here, it's got a little hole here. We pour all the liquid in here. It's got this little base, and then you pour, and then it comes through right in this little shaft thing, a majigger, and then there you go. So there you go. That's how it is. Shout out Batista. Shout out Batista, man. Allegedly, 12 minutes to go until tip-off. Appreciate you. Let's get into our last key to victory today, which is you have to be ready to defend the pick and roll. Why is this important? Well, it's because the Atlanta Hawks use the pick and roll, specifically the big man setting the screen, at one of the highest rates, if not the highest rate in the NBA. They have a 7.5% frequency of hitting the roll man, whether that was Clint Capela this year, whether that was in Onyeka Okongwu, either way. When they set a screen for Trae Young, the big man rolls to the rim, 7.5% of the time they get it to him. That's the highest rate in the association. And because of that being the number one rate, he also averaged, that big man, whether it was Capela or Okongwu, 9.8 points per game, which was also the highest rate in the NBA. So you have to be ready to defend the roll man, because I imagine Miami in these pick and rolls with Trae Young are going to blitz Trae Young, which forces him to get the ball out of his hands to the roll man to the rim, which is why I think these defenders on the backside have to be ready to rotate. They have to be ready to pick up the Onyeka Okongwu rolling to the rim, and they have to be ready to make defensive plays. That is my fourth and final key to victory between Heat and Hawks. $2 super chat here from SF Nate. D. Mitch on Trae, and we should be straight. Listen, Trae Young is a hell of a player. He's a hell of a player. Davion Mitchell is a hell of a defender. I think Davion Mitchell can do a good job against Trae Young. But Trae Young is very, very good. I don't think that it's just Davion Mitchell and we're good. I'd love to think we can, but you're going to have to send other looks at Davion Mitchell. That's for sure. $2 super chat from He's Him. Are you Hispanic? I am not. I am not. I am not. But we have 370 people watching. 70 likes. That number's got to go up. But predict the score down in the comment section. Predict the score. Predict the score. What do you guys think the score is going to be? I'll give you my score prediction here in just 1 second. Batista says 109-91 Heat. I assume he means Heat at least. Yeah, he does. 105-98 Miami. $108.99 Hawks win, says Elite. 113-108 Heat. Ro March says 118.94. McKenna says 120-111. Best House says 116-103. King Judah says 124.99. Aaron Fitzgerald believes it's going to be a close game. 109-107 Heat wins. Joseph says 116-109. Well, that's funny you say 116-109, Joseph, because my official prediction for Heat Hawks tonight, bottom of your screen, I think the Heat win on the road to set up a matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they win 117-109. So it's very similar to me. I have also placed, I told Justin this, I've placed a wager on the Heat to win straight up. I think B Hart, my guy in the chat, said he put $100 on the Heat money line. So did I. So did I. I put 100 on Heat money line. I did. Let's get another like driver here. Let's get another like driver. With 400 people watching, if you're ready for the game, hit that like button. Yeah, I think we're going to get set to go underway here much sooner. They always do it on TNT much quicker. If you're ready for the game, we got 400 people watching. We got to get over 100 likes. Come on. Batista says, I got 500 money line. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Come on. Let's go. B Heart's Goated is fired up. Hit that like button. We're winning the game. Not going to lie, Nick the GOAT. Appreciate the nice comment. All right, if you're ready for the game, also spam those me's. We're ready to go. Spam those me's. Bless you. Spam those me's. Come on. Starting lineups for each team: Tyler Herro, Alec Burks, Andrew Wiggins, Kel'el Ware, Bam Adebayo for the Heat. For the Hawks, Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Zaccharie Risacher, Muhammad Gay, and Onyeka Okongwu. Appreciate the $2 super chat. He's him, but we are not going to talk about that type of stuff. We keep it basketball here, man. We do. We don't talk about anything on the channel other than basketball. So we're the Heat Report by Chat Sports. Spam those me's. We're going to try to have the ESPN stats up. We'll see if it works. It was ahead last time. We'll ultimately see if it is ahead today. Heat wearing white unis. Hawks wearing black unis. Tip is up. Tip is won by Atlanta. So it will be... It's already quick, too fast? Okay, then no. No scoreboard today. No live stats. Sorry. No live stats, but it's a little bit too ahead. Onyeka Okongwu driving, finds Risacher, kicked out to the second-round pick, Muhammad Gay. The rookie can't hit his first shot. Rebound down to Bam, so that he get a stop on their first possession. Adebayo defended by Okongwu there. Trae Young defending Burks. Daniels on Herro. Bam in the pick and roll. Free throw line jumper, and he drains it. Easy work in the mid-range for Bam Adebayo, and the Heat take an early 2-0 lead. Dyson Daniels defended by Herro. Daniels not known for his offensive ability, but he can take advantage of mismatches. Trae Young has it. Driving inside. Turns it over. Great defense by Wiggins in the Heat. Here comes Bam Adebayo on the right side. Picked up by Dyson Daniels. No, that's Zaccharie Risacher. It's now Wiggins. Wiggins looking inside. Swings to the Herro in the corner. Herro picked up by the rookie Gay. Herro cut off. Now gets to the paint. Drops it off to Ware. Ware puts it home over Dyson Daniels. And the Heat have a quick 4-0 lead. Trae Young from the logo. No. Rebound Burks. And the Heat taking advantage of the early defensive start by scoring on their first two possessions. Herro inside to Adebayo. Bam in a crowd. Blocked by a Okongwu, but Wiggins tracks down the offensive rebound. Wiggins in the corner gets a screen. Now left open for three. Launches and connects. It's an early 7-0 start for the Heat. This is reminiscent of what happened Wednesday against the Bulls. Young the other way, inside. Rejected by Adebayo. Do not go in there. And a quick three the other way by Wiggins. Fouled, and he's going to the line. We might have another blowout.
Do not go in there.
Stole it from Eagle.
That's awesome.
This is a blowout, I'm telling you. It was always a blowout. I should have bet not even money line. It was Heat minus 9.5. Alt spread it. It was always a blowout. It was. Wiggins' first free throw. He misses it. Andrew Wiggins can't make free throws. He can't do it. That's the biggest knock on Andrew Wiggins is the fact that he can't make free throws and he is hurt all the time. He missed the second. He's not, for whatever reason, he's not a good free throw shooter for the Heat. Historically, he's a solid free throw shooter. Wiggins makes 1 of 3, so it's 8-0 Heat. But still, I mean, if you're someone who wants the Heat to make the playoffs, like, hello. Daniels lobbing it into Okongwu. That's a turnover. The Hawks suck. They're so bad. How did the Heat finish below these two teams in the standings? The Bulls are atrocious and the Hawks are atrocious. It's truly amazing. It's unbelievable. Adebayo hands it off to Wiggins. He's got it top of the key. Gets it into Bam. Bam working on Muhammad Gay. Turnaround fadeaway jumper is good, and it's 10-0 Heat. And the Hawks with an early timeout. 2.5 minutes into this game, Tyler Herro has to take it a shot, and the Heat are winning 10-0. Hawks need a TO. Spam those fireball emojis. Spam those fireball emojis. Is the Wi-Fi connection for you working well? I can't connect to a Wi-Fi here. I'm on the struggle bus. You're on HQ and it's fine? All right, we'll see if it picks up for me. Well, let's give some shout-outs. That's what I'm saying. It's unbelievable. They look like a team that might give the Cavs trouble. Big Dog Fire Emoji, Rome, Game Squad, Gucci, Florida Born and Raised, Ty Man, all spamming those fireball emojis. Mannix. The Heat finished 10th, and they are clearly better than the Hawks and Bulls. I mean, this could be a blowout. It's going to be a blowout. We're getting back-to-back blowouts. I mean, we'll see if the Hawks have a run in them. I assume they're going to make a run eventually. But the Hawks are not the best offensive team, and they're already down 10-0. The Heat have been getting into their sets with ease. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. What a wild start to this one. I mean, the Heat haven't missed early. The Heat are shooting 4 or 5 from the field. Hawks 0-3 with 2 turnovers. Like, the Trae Young is Eric Spoelstra is the daddy of Trae Young, if we're going to be honest. Like, Trae Young has never performed well against Eric Spoelstra when it matters. He could have those regular season games, but when Spoelstra game plans in like a big time game, like winner take all, like it's just light work for the Heat. It's smokestack. It's too easy. Yeah, the Hawks haven't recorded a stat. No rebounds. No, there's 1 block. Okongwu has a block. But there's no stat other than a turnover. There's 2 turnovers and a block. No rebounds, no buckets, nothing.
In their defense, it's only been like, 3 or 4 possessions?
Yeah. It's just like, listen, I picked the Heat to win. And I said they'd win by 8. I mean, the start to this game is shocking. You would think the Hawks, who had 2 games of rest, or 2 days of rest in between games, would have came out more engaged, locked in. It's unbelievable. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the Hawks have a run in them or not. He putting on a little bit of a press here out of the timeout. Dyson Daniels bringing it up for the Hawks. Herro defending Daniels. Wiggins on Trae Young until Davion Mitchell checks in. I like having size on Trae Young. Dyson Daniels inside. Floater no good. Offensive rebound, Okongwu out to Risacher for 3. No, another rebound, Okongwu. Okongwu back out to Young. Trae inside. Fouled, floater, and he'll go to the line. So one of our keys to victory was limit the offensive rebounds. Did a good job early on, but 2 offensive rebounds in a row there by Okongwu gets Trae Young to the free throw line. So, just an intriguing thing there to keep your eye on. Young looking to get Atlanta on the board for the first time. Had 28 points and 6 assists on Wednesday before getting ejected. Trae Young makes the first free throw to get Atlanta on the board finally. Young knocks down both, and it's 10-2. Adebayo bringing it up the right side for the Heat. Okongwu defending him. Wiggins now has it top of the key. Hands off to Burks. Burks pull-up free throw line jumper is good. Heat 5 of 6 shooting early. Just can't play drop coverage. And that's the knock on Trae Young. He is so bad defensively, man, where the Heat could just target him every play, and I think it would work out well in their favor. Heat being really disruptive on the defensive end right now. Nothing working for Atlanta. They free up the number 1 pick, Risacher, for an open 3. No good. Another offensive rebound at Okongwu, and he flips it up and in. So that's 3 straight offensive rebounds by Okongwu. Miami needs to stop that. They need to limit the offensive rebounds. They do a good job usually, but they haven't done a good job early. Adebayo inside, swinging it to the Wiggins. 1 more to Herro. Herro inside, running floater. Can't get the friendly roll. Ball tipped around to Atlanta. Hawks in transition. Young to Risacher to the rim. And 1 for Atlanta. So we have a little bit of a spurt here from the Hawks after going down 10-0. If Risacher makes the free throw off the fast break opportunity, there was no foul. There was actually none. It will be 7-0. A 7-2 run. Risacher makes the free throw, and it's a 5-point lead for Miami after starting the game 10-0. Daniels defending Herro. They get the switch on the Young. Now over to Young with the steal. See, this is what the Heat have to limit. Transition 3 for Young. Good. Here we go. So everything that I said the Heat need to limit, offensive rebounds and turnovers, It's killed them over the last minute, which is what allowed the Hawks to go on a 10-2 run. Herro inside, working on Risacher. Out to Burks. Burks to the rim inside. No good. Bodies hit the deck. Rebound Atlanta. Here they come. Young in transition. Step back, free throw line jumper. The friendly roll doesn't fall, and Adebayo corrals the rebound. Herro quickly up the other way. Out to Adebayo. He thought about a three. Now lobs it to Ware for a slam inside. Great decision-making by Bam Adebayo to put Heat back up by 4. Young working on Burks now. Thought about a three, gets it over to Daniels. Back to Young. Deep three, 30-footer. No. Boy, does Trae Young have a green light or what? Quick three the other way by Wiggins. Too strong, and Young corrals the rebound. Heat 4-point lead, 5 minutes into this game. Started 10-0 for the Heat. Young's got it now, gets it over to Gay. Back to Trae Young. Trae in the pick and roll. Floater. Came up short. Ware with the board. Trae Young has not looked good early. Heat in transition. Wiggins, Euro stepping to the rim. And he flips it up and in with ease. So the Heat, little good fast break opportunity off the miss. Quick three by Risacher the other way. Doesn't go. And the rebound goes down to Miami. And the Heat will push now with Burks. No one picks him up. But he ends up resetting the offense. Gets it back. Crossover into a left wing three. Burks isn't able to get it to go. It's been a pretty quick pace here in this game early on. Usually that would favor the Hawks in that scenario. We'll see how the pace is dictated going forward. Trae Young gets a screen from Daniels. A step back three. Can't go. I say this. He's struggled, but he's gotten open looks. Like Herro can't be playing in drop. Wiggins three, Peer, and it's a 9-point Heat lead once again. Wiggins with a good start early. Oh, quick hesitation move by Young inside, floater, air ball, late whistle, but they give a foul charged to Burks, I believe. So Trae Young will be going to the line. 5:40 to go here in this first quarter. Heat leading by 9. They went up 10-0. Then the Hawks got it to, 12-10? And then the Heat have accelerated with a 7-0 run. So it's been a game of runs. 10-0 run, 10-2 run, 7-0 run. Now Trae Young is trying to stabilize Miami, with the Hawks with free throws. Herro will check out. So will Kel'el Ware. Will Bam Adebayo check out. Davion Mitchell in, Haywood Highsmith in. It looks like Bam subbed out. So Highsmith, Ware, Wiggins, Mitchell, and Burks are the 5 on the floor for the Heat. Mitchell brings it up. First substitution for the Hawks. I forgot how you say his name. Is it Crutch? Mitchell inside, blocked by Risacher. Hawks in transition. Risacher, Euro step to the rim. Lefty layup. Good defense by Ware. Rebound grabbed by Burks, and he's leading the break for Miami. Burks will slow it down and swing it over to Mitchell. They work it into Wiggins in the mid-post. Wiggins faces up. Now backs down once again. Right hook shot for Wiggins, rattles in and out, but Kel'el Ware with the offensive rebound and putback. 6 early points for the rookie out of Indiana. Good pick and roll there by Trae Young and Okongwu, and they answer with a bucket to make it a 3-touchdown to 2-touchdown game. Under 5 to go in the opening 12. Burks driving by Young, kicking it out to Mitchell. Mitchell slows it down and will reset the Heat offense. Now driving. Euro step, kicking to the corner. Wiggins has it. Daniels defending. Good defense by Dyson Daniels. Tough turn away, fall away by Wiggins. And that's all NBA defense by Dyson Daniels. Air ball out of bounds going back to Atlanta. But how about Kel'el Ware just bitching Zaccharie Risacher inside? As a starter this year, Ware averaging a double-double, 10.8 points per game, 10 rebounds a game. Dyson Daniels to Caris LeVert, who just checked in. LeVert inside, drop off to Okongwu for an easy layup. LeVert was acquired at the trade deadline and has been pretty solid for Atlanta, averaging 12 points a game off the bench. Eric Spoelstra's going to call time and call things over. It's been a game of runs, Justin. 10-0 start for Miami, then a 10-2 run for Atlanta, 7-0 run by the Heat, and now a little 6-2 spurt by the Hawks. And now Eric Spoelstra will want to talk some things over. Over 1,000 people watching. Shout out to everybody tuning in here on a Friday evening with us. We got to tell you about our sponsor and official ticketing partner of the Heat Report by Chat Sports. That is Game Time. And if the Heat win this game, they'll be having 2 home playoff games, games 3 and 4 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guaranteed, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. They have last-minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theaters, and more. They have all-in pricing. Toggle this feature, and it shows you the total price of your ticket up front with no surprise fees at checkout. They have the lowest price guaranteed. So if you find a ticket on a different app/service that is cheaper, they will credit you 110% of the difference. Game Time is the only ticketing app and service that I trust to get the best value. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. All right. 21-16, Heat lead early. This is our super chat menu today. If anyone would like to donate, it would be greatly appreciated as we are here for live content all the time. How you guys feeling about this game? What's up, Wasim? Good to see you, my friend. I'll say this, Justin. They got out to that 10-0 start. It's been Hawks 16-11 since then. I'll be honest. I thought we were going to see a Heat Bulls blowout again. But the way the Hawks have started to play a little bit here, I now feel like it might be more back and forth than I originally thought.
Well, I think the bench for the Hawks might be winning the minutes early on.
They are, and I'll be intrigued to see if they go with Caris LeVert, Trae Young minutes. Now, I know they like to have Caris LeVert literally just be Trae Young when he comes in off the bench, and in those limited minutes that he just is Trae Young. Like, he plays the same exact way as Trae. Like, he does everything for them. But that offense looks so poor with that starting group of Okongwu, Gay, Risacher, Daniels, and Young. You wonder if they are going to be forced to move Dyson Daniels to the 3, maybe move Risacher to the 4, play a little bit smaller, and play LeVert alongside Young, because that starting 5, I just don't think has enough offensively to compete with Miami.
Quite honestly, I think it's been more so the decision-making by Trae Young more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, Young's gotten good looks. He just hasn't been able to convert. Like, the first, 4 possessions of the game, bad. But in that little stretch there where it was 12-10, he had a lot of open threes he just couldn't make.
Just not a fan of the 3 logo threes.
Yeah,
for no reason.
That's pretty ridiculous. Duncan Robinson in for Burks. That's the only substitution for the Heat. Terrence Mann in for Atlanta. Mitchell defended by LeVert. He'll get a screen by Ware. Mitchell probing inside, picked up by Terrence Mann. Swung around the perimeter to Duncan Robinson. Back into Highsmith. Beautiful offensive set for the Heat. And how did that go in? Kel'el Ware with 8 points. He couldn't even make the catch, but somehow was able to get the ball to fall in. Heat lead back up to 7. Okongwu has it top of the key. Gets it to Daniels. Daniels driving on Highsmith. Floater. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Highsmith, and he'll bring it up the left side for the Heat. The Heat's defense has been suffocating early on. Risacher and Young, a combined 2 of 12 from the field. Davion Mitchell inside, kicking it out to Duncan. Open 3. No good there. As good as a look as you could hope for when it comes to Duncan Robinson. LeVert pick and roll with Okongwu. Back to Okongwu. He'll shoot a 3. That's not a good shot if you're Atlanta, but offensive rebound for the Hawks. Kicked back out. Now inside to Okongwu. Right hook shot over Wiggins goes. What has been a main storyline for the Hawks so far, Justin? The fact that they're just all over the offensive glass. That was number one key to victory. Davion Mitchell now leading the Heat offense. Adebayo set the check back in. Next dead ball. Mitchell, right wing, driving. Bumps, loses his footing. Finds a Duncan Robinson who's fouled and won. Terrence Mann with the push from behind. Robinson's able to control his body and lay it up and in. He almost turned it over, but it turns into a potential three-point play. Duncan with a chance to put Miami back up by 8. 2:30 to go here in the first 12 minutes. Trae Young checks back in for the Hawks. Adebayo back in for the Heat. And Herro back in as well. So first time we'll see Davion Mitchell match up with Trae Young here. Duncan Robinson gets the friendly roll, converts the three-point play, and the Heat's lead is 8. Young hiding behind a screen, probing inside, lobbing it inside, can't finish. Heat out in transition, 5-on-3. Mitchell and trail over to Duncan, left wing 3 for Robinson. No, he's missed 2 wide open looks here in the first quarter. Hawks the other way, they're shooting 1 of 9 from 3. Heat are 2 of 6. Muhammad Gay inside to the corner. Did Duncan touch it? No, it's going to be a Hawks turnover. Franz says, why is Jovic not playing? I said this in the pregame and I said it on Twitter. Jovic isn't playing because he hasn't played in 5 weeks. You're going to tell me you put him in for the first time in a elimination game? That's just as unrealistic. Adebayo with an easy score inside, taking it to the rookie Muhammad Gay. Heat lead is back to 10. Young inside. Lays it up and in with the left hand over Davion Mitchell. 28-20. Foul away from the ball. Muhammad Gay and Adebayo get tied up, and Gay's whistled for the foul. It's funny. Muhammad Gay is a 4, and he is arguably a wing. He is taller than Adebayo. He's playing small ball center for the Hawks right now. Offense for Miami finds Davion Mitchell. He drives on Terrence Mann. Gets to his left hand. Can't make it. Offensive rebound Highsmith. Out the Herro. Wide open 3. No, that was the first shot or second shot for Tyler Herro today. Herro hasn't scored, I don't think. LeVert inside the Muhammad Gay. Ball loose inside. Still loose. Picked up by Highsmith. Heat forcing turnovers. Herro in transition. To the rim. No. Oh my God, he missed the wide open layup. LeVert the other way. Hawks have a chance. Floater for LeVert goes and 1. 5-point swing. I mean, there was literally, that was a practice line layup, Justin, that Herro just missed. And then, and 1 for LeVert.
Anticipating the contact too much.
But who is he anticipating it from? There was no one within 5 feet of him.
Did the little double clutch. I don't know if he's a good player.
Did Herro get directed something by the front office? Just kidding. Caris LeVert misses the free throw, so Heat's lead remains 6 with under a minute to go in this quarter. Herro pick and roll with Adebayo. Works baseline to the corner. Open Highsmith 3. Good! And the Heat's lead back to 9. How did that happen? Somehow Caris LeVert was cherry picking for a dunk the other way. Oh, how are we not back on defense? (31-24). Will the Heat go 2 for 1? Sounds like they won't. They'll just try to get the best shot they can on this possession. Herro gets the switch. Now over to Duncan Robinson. Back to Herro. Gay defending. Herro working left. Gets a step inside to the rim. And lays it up and in. Shot clock turned off. 33-24. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Trae Young defended by Herro. 7 seconds. Will the Heat send 2? No. Young gets inside. No one there to go. Out to Kratch. His fall away three. No. A great defensive possession. A great defensive quarter for Miami. And the Heat's lead after one period will be 9. It's 33-24. I just tweeted this out. Heat's defense has been suffocating. Spo always has a game plan for Trae Young. Is this the 100K version or the normal version? Yeah, there you go. We are 56 subscribers from 21K. That is a massive milestone on the channel. It would be awesome to hit it tonight. If we get to 21,000 subscribers tonight, I will take a beer bong down on the house. I'm Nic Rohloff. We go live for every Heat game that we try to go live for every Heat game. We'll be live on Sunday for Heat Cavs if the Heat win this game. We have videos every day in between games. We are the #1 spot for Miami Heat content on YouTube. And if you want content around the Heat but made by a Heat fan for Heat fans, this is the place for you. Hit that sub button. I know there's 52 people out there not subscribed. Join the channel today. Let's get to 21K. Let's take down a beer bong. Come on. The Heat got off to a hot start. They're still shooting 53.8% from the field, despite their starting backcourt, Justin. Herro and Alec Burks each shooting 1 of 4. The difference, though, Herro, 3 assists, 1 turnover. Alec Burks, 2 assists, no turnover. So the backcourt, 5 assists and 1 turnover. That will work.
Kel'el Ware, though, already getting his average, pretty much.
Yeah, Kel'el Ware, the rookie, 8 points, 5 boards on 4 of 4 shooting. Andrew Wiggins, who had 20 points in the game on Wednesday, leading scorer for the Heat, 9 points. Wiggins, you could say what you want about Wiggins. Free throw shooting has been rough lately, not playing a lot down the stretch in the regular season. In the elimination game on Wednesday and the elimination game today, has shown up, defensively and offensively. Yeah, I did see this in the chat. This is a one concern for me so far. Heat are up 9, good thing. Hawks, 1 of 10 from 3. That probably will not remain at that metric. Probably won't remain there. Second quarter about to get underway. We're still trying to get to 21K subscribers. Help us out. Be very appreciated. Look at this. They're talking to Andrew Wiggins in between quarters. Second quarter back in action. Kyle Anderson in for the first time. He's got the ball facilitating for the Heat. It's worked around to the paint. Adebayo backing down on George Niang. Out to Davion Mitchell for 3. Too strong, and Caris LeVert the board. LeVert's given them great minutes off the bench so far, Justin. He's got it. He's driving. He kicks it back out now to Man. Man works it around the perimeter to Niang. Now Young. Trae Young hounded by Mitchell. Niang now inside. Running floater. Foul. Bodies hit the deck, and it will be 2 free throws coming for George Niang, who has historically killed the Miami Heat. When he was in Cleveland, when he was in Philly. I would argue this is the best. I know they have 3 bench players in, Justin. I would probably say this is probably the best 5-man lineup the Hawks could put out. LeVert, Young, Man, Okongwu, Niang. I know they're a little bit small, but if I'm the Hawks, I'm Quinn Snyder, that's the best 5 I've got on my roster.
Might fix that 3-point shooting problem, too.
You could argue maybe Risacher deserves to be in over a Niang, but I think it's the perfect blend for them. Niang makes both free throws. It's a 7-point game. Mitchell brings it up for the Heat, gets it over to Herro. Herro being chased by Terrence Mann. Herro inside, kicks it out to Kyle Anderson. Anderson backing down on Niang, kicks it back out to Davion Mitchell. 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell now resets to Herro on the right wing. 5 to go. Herro driving, gets a step, running floater. No good there. Rebound Atlanta, and Trae Young leading the break for the Hawks. Over to LeVert, to the corner for Mann. At the 3, no. Hawks now 1 of 11 from beyond the arc. Adebayo, 6 points early, driving on Niang, scoop layup. Good! What a start for Adebayo tonight. He's got 8 points. Quickly the other way for Atlanta. Okongwu can't finish inside. Ball tipped around. Saved by Highsmith. What a play. Heat out in transition. Herro 3. Good! And the Heat lead by 12. What a play by Highsmith. Trae Young driving baseline, cut off, double team, behind the back pass to Terrence Mann. He's open at the top of the key, but doesn't shoot it. Now Niang driving on Herro. Goes up and under, and Georges Niang off the bench has given them 4 quick points. Hawks aren't getting back on defense. Kyle Anderson inside, worked around to Mitchell in the corner. Davion drives, drops it off to Anderson. Stripped out of bounds. It'll stay with Miami, 13 on the shot clock. What a play by Haywood Highsmith, man. Right to Kyle Anderson. Perfect drop-off pass to Herro, who just buries his first triple of the night. Herro gets it in from the baseline in the corner, spinning on Terrence Mann. Blocked inside. They call it foul? Okay, I'll take it, but I don't think that was a foul whatsoever. I'll take it. I don't know where the foul was, but Herro at the line for 2. Herro shot extremely well from the line on Wednesday against the Bulls. And he gets the friendly roll-off front rim there on the first attempt. So the Heat's lead back to 11. Andrew Wiggins back in. Davion Mitchell will check out. Andrew Wiggins has been extremely effective early in this game, offensively and defensively, defending Trae Young. Come on, let's get to 21,000 subscribers. We're going to leave this up until we get there. We're only 25 away. Herro makes both free throws. Lead for the Heat back to 12. Herro's got 7 points, 3 assists early in this one. Trae Young driving on Anderson. Euro step floater. No, he sucks. Trae Young's terrible. I'm out on Trae Young now again. After initially wanting to trade for him, I'm back out on him. Foul off ball. Terrence Mann just barreled through the chest of Adebayo. They'll be away from the play. I don't know what Terrence Mann's thinking there. You either go over or under. You don't go through. He'll check out after a couple rough plays. Dyson Daniels back in for the Hawks. Adebayo now. Oh, I forgot about Daniels when I said best 5. I would have probably put Dyson Daniels in over Terrence Mann. Daniels hounding Herro. Adebayo sets him a screen. It's Bam, top of the key 3 at the end of the shot clock. Too strong. Rebound Daniels. He's leading the break now for Atlanta. Daniels slows it down and finds the trailing Trae Young. Young to Daniels inside. Blocked by Bam! Second of the night. Herro in transition to the rim. Fouled. Floater. No. And it will be 2 free throws coming for Tyler Herro. Oh, they're going to say it's on the floor. I don't know if I agree with that one, but it'll be side out for Miami. Adebayo playing extremely well on both ends right now. No, now they are saying it's 2 free throws. Ian Eagle originally told me it was a side out. Now it's 2 free throws for Herro. Heat leading by 12. They've controlled this game. I would argue, Justin, with how much they've controlled this game, now they might be up 14 here in a second, could be and should be a little bit more.
Hey, I think they want to get it to 20 because we know that infamous third quarter is always going to come.
Exactly. Herro makes both free throws. They just showed a graphic on screen. I didn't know this. This was the 4th season of Tyler Herro's career that he's averaged 20 points or more per game. That is tied for second most seasons in Heat history for 20 points per game. Risacher 3, no, he sucks. You know what? I was right, Justin. This guy's a bum. The Hawks are 1 of 6 from the field in this quarter. Elbow for Herro to Highsmith. That's a deep 3. Not too deep for Haywood. And the Heat's lead is up to 17. Young quickly the other way. Foul baiting floater. He gets that call.
Hey, be under control. That was actual contact.
So you think that was a foul?
I mean, it was a gimmick, but who was that? Highsmith ran into him.
That's just gross basketball.
Hey, I didn't say it wasn't a gimmick. You can also prevent that by making your contact as marginal as possible. He ran him over.
I just tweeted this out, Justin. I'm back out on Trae Young. Keep him away from my team. Young makes both free throws. Back to 15. Justin, if you are rooting for the Heat to win this game, with how the first half has gone, what lead should you want minimally going into the half?
Well, considering that they went up 24 against Chicago, and there was maybe an uh-oh moment halfway through the third, I need at least 22.
My number was 20. With how this game has gone, I think the Heat should aim to be up 20 at the half. The Heat did just turn it over, so it's going back to Atlanta. Niang inside. I mean, Niang's been one of their best offensive players. He's got 6 points off the bench. So back to a 13-point lead. Adebayo over to Wiggins, who has 9 first-half points. Wiggins driving on the rookie. Drops it into Adebayo. Adebayo fading away on a Okongwu. That was good defense by Atlanta. Here they come in transition. Risacher downhill. Can't make the layup. The guy stinks. LeVert, offensive rebound. He now drives, kicks. Worked around the perimeter. It's a Risacher 3. The guy is a bum. The guy is a bum. The Hawks are 1 of 13 from 3. Herro, pick and roll, driving it on LeVert, falls to the deck, and I think they're going to call a foul on Atlanta, tripping. It'll be an off-ball foul, side out. Risacher stinks, dude. Side out for the Heat. Having a hard time getting it in. The Heat turn it over. LeVert in transition. Attacking Herro. Lays it up and in. Can't happen. The Heat are timeout Miami. So, Justin, the Heat have led by double digits and controlled most of this game. But what has been the 2 things that Atlanta has been able to do to keep themselves within striking distance? Forcing turnovers and offensive rebounds. The 2 things that I said the biggest things are to win this game.
Again, you keep reiterating those 3-pointers, going back to the mean.
Yeah, exactly. If the Heat are going to turn it over like they have a little bit, give up the offensive rebounds that they have in this game, if the Hawks start making their threes, we will be in trouble. So, yes, we've played well and are up 11, but I am not going to call this one dead yet because the Hawks can't buy a shot from 3. and the Heat are doing some of the things I said they can't do if they want to win this game. All right, during this timeout, we need to get to 21K. 11 subscribers away. I'm chugging a beer when we get to 21K subs. Hit that sub button. Come on. Come on, let's get there right now. Nine away. We're going to count it down. We're 8 away. Justin Perez says, I don't know how you think Risacher is a bum. How about the fact that he's got 3 points and is 1 of 8 from the field and 0 of 5 from 3? That's why he's a bum.
Dude got the green light and missing everything.
6 away. I actually do agree with the Hawks fan in the chat, boys who cry. Jalen Johnson is a problem.
They're probably not in the play-in if he's healthy.
They would have been a fringe 6 seed, I think. They probably would have still been in the play-in. Hey! Let's go! Let's go! I will say you can't say Miami is lucky injury luck when Jalen Johnson's played 30 games this year. He's been injured for, 4 months now? I don't want to hear the Heat are lucky. He's been injured the whole year.
That's what I was saying. They're probably not even in this game.
Yeah.
Low-key if they're...
Appreciate all the new subscribers. You will not regret it. Shout out to y'all. 21K, baby. Let's go. Appreciate everyone. Yeah, that's a funny way by Gucci. It's like the Hawks are lucky that Jimmy Butler requested a trade. If we want to play hypotheticals in the middle of the season. All right, we're about to get back into action here in the second quarter. Heat leading by 11. They just led by what, 17, Justin? So a 6-0 run by the Hawks? Kel'el Ware in. He turns it over immediately. Hawks in transition. They have numbers. Niang, right wing 3. And they finally make a 3. And just like that's down 8, I was about to flame them. They had a 3-on-2, and if he kicked it to the guy in the left, it would have been an easy layup, but they took the 3, they made the 3. All right, Heat need to stabilize themselves. Herro looking to answer with a triple. He does! Always has an answer for the test. Tyler Herro. 11-point Heat lead. LeVert trying to hit a 3 to answer once again. No. Offensive rebound to the Hawks. Trailing LeVert inside. Blocked, and that's off LeVert. Andrew Wiggins with the rejection, I believe. Is that a rapper? Whoever it was that they showed had a shirt and a massive chain that said the same thing. It's like a brand or a person. I don't know. Herro doubled over to Davion Mitchell. He pump fakes a 3. Kicks it back to Herro. Herro driving on Daniels. Kicks to the corner for Mitchell. His 3-pointer. No good there. Rebound by Niang. Outlet ahead to LeVert. Here comes the Hawks in transition. LeVert to a trailing Daniels. Daniels inside. Layup good. The Hawks really like to get out in transition. And you're seeing that here. Whenever they can, off misses, off turnovers, they like to push. Herro crossing over, driving on Daniels. Pump fakes, fall away, drops it off into Ware now. Ware Up and under move on a Kongwu. Tough shot is good. How about Kel'el Ware today, Justin? He's got double-digit points. The rookie showing out, putting Miami back in front by 11. Pick and roll, Atlanta, Kongwu. He'll try an up and under move. His post hook, no good. Ware dominating inside for Miami. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Herro's got it right wing. Herro's got a mismatch. Crossover, loses the handle, gets it back. Now loose ball out of bounds, and it will stay with Miami. That was a ballsy play by Cratch, who could have been called for a foul there, but ultimately just tipped it out of bounds. I was very surprised as well. Herro's laughing, not getting that call. Still 11-point lead. Duncan Robinson inbounds it to Andrew Wiggins. Adebayo back in, sets him a screen. Wiggins doubled, gets it over to Robinson. He struggled in this game, but he hits the rainbow three there. What a shot by 55. LeVert, crossover, step back three on Duncan Robinson. A big answer there by Caris LeVert. LeVert, Niang, best players for the Hawks. Davion Mitchell on the right wing now. Gets it to Highsmith. Back to Davion. Driving on Niang over to Wiggins. Wiggins thought about a three, now drives on Daniels. Loses the handle, but is able to get it to Highsmith. Highsmith drive, floater. Excuse me, Haywood Highsmith. I didn't know you had that in your back. Hawks the other way. Daniels baseline drive to the corner. Niang, three. Air ball. Rebound at Kongwu. Back out to Trae Young. Young to LeVert. LeVert feeling it off the bench. He airballs it. But an offensive rebound by Niang, and he puts it back up and in. The only thing, Justin, boy, do I know hoops or not? The rebounding has killed Miami today. 11 points off the bench for Niang. Davion Mitchell probing on Young. Gets a step. Lob inside that. Adebayo. Great pick and roll there between Davion Mitchell and Adebayo. Pick and roll for Atlanta. Almost turned over. They save it. It's going to be a Kongwu over to LeVert. LeVert gets a screen. Highsmith defending. LeVert crossover, drive, pull up, free throw line jumper. Came up short. Rebound Miami that time. 3 minutes to go. Adebayo thought about a three. Now resets out to Robinson. Dunk into the corner. It's now Mitchell. Oh, what a move by Davion Mitchell. And he's going to draw a foul and earn himself 2 free throws. A Kongwu whistled for the foul. 2:48 to go in the opening half. Heat leading 57-44. They have controlled this game from the very, very start. All right. We are sponsored by Game Time, the official ticketing partner of the Heat Report by Chat Sports. And if you want to go to a playoff game for the NBA, a MLB game, a concert, Game Time's the best way to do so. Killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. They have last-minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy show, theater events, and more. They have all-in pricing, which shows you the total price of your ticket up front rather than getting blindsided by fees at checkout. They also show you a full panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy, so you know exactly what your vantage point will be if you're going to a concert or a sporting event. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. All right, we haven't got a super chat in a while. 1,700 people watching. Appreciate any donations here to the channel. Helps us grow quite a bit. Helps us go live for more games as we are live here for free. I don't know what to make of this game. The Heat are winning by 13. They're going to have 2 free throws when we come out of the timeout. I feel like they should be up more, though.
Honestly, I don't think it's going to be in question by the second half.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know. The Heat are playing well enough to win this game as much as they were against the Bulls on Wednesday. I'll say this. I think this last 2.5 minutes will be very key. Let's assume Davion Mitchell makes both free throws, and it's a 59-44 game. The last 2 minutes are going to be just absolutely massive. The last 2 minutes of this first half are going to be absolutely massive. And the part that concerns me is we've talked about the three-point shooting of the Hawks not being well. Trae Young has been horrible. 2 of 9. He's been the worst player on the floor, Justin. Minus 16.
I can believe it. Well, Risacher has been the worst.
I mean, yeah, but I guess he's been somewhat fine. Mitchell misses the free throw. Makes the second, so it's a 14-point Heat lead. 2:40 to go. Can you keep the lead at 14 or more, or will this get to 10 or less? That's a big 2.5-minute stretch here for each squad. This next 2.5 minutes could decide the game ultimately. Young inside. Blocked by Bam! That's Adebayo's 3rd block of the game. Wasim Khan with the $5 super chat saying it just switched up on us. We'll get the real text here. Let's go Heat. You beat the Bulls. Now beat the worst city in the country. I've never been to Atlanta for real. I've been to the airport a lot as a connector, but I've never been in Atlanta just chilling. Have you ever been, Justin?
When I was 4 years old.
4 years old?
No.
Appreciate the $5 super chat. We also got a $5 from Vaden. Appreciate the $5, Vaden. No text there. Appreciate it. What's the situation here?
Challenge.
I think, what did they call? Did they call like Miami ball and the Hawks are challenging? I thought it was off the Heat. So I don't know what they're challenging. I thought it was clearly off of Miami. I don't know what they whistled, though. Assuming if there's a challenge, it's the Hawks calling a timeout and challenging it because they know it's their ball. I thought it was pretty clear. But what do I know? But what do I know? $1,700 people watching. Appreciate everyone. Help me out. Hit that like button. Listen, we're live here for free. If you can't donate to the channel, completely understandable, but I'd love to get some more likes. Yeah, so it's challenge was successful by Atlanta. It's their ball, so they will get a second challenge. But they will only have one challenge remaining guaranteed for the rest of the game. I mean, it was pretty obvious for me. Out of bounds set, LeVert driving inside, kicks it out to Okongwu. He'll launch a 3. Wow. Okongwu buries the triple at the end of the shot clock, so a really good challenge there by Quinn Snyder. That's a shot. That's very low percentage for Atlanta. Okongwu's not a good three-point shooter. 11-point Heat lead for Miami. Davion Mitchell in trouble on the baseline. He's doubled. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Wiggins show and go inside. Hanging layup. No. But a late foul. And Wiggins will get free throws with 2 minutes to go. Wow. Officiating has been questionable, Justin, because I don't think this was a foul. Yeah, I don't think that's a foul. But they call it on Niang. Called it a block. Hawks would have had a transition opportunity. Wiggins is the worst free throw shooter known to man. Missed it. He gets the friendly roll on the second one. So Wiggins splits the pair. 12-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Young doubled over to Niang. He's been hot in this quarter. Can't make that one. Rebound down to Wiggins. He'll get it and drive it up the floor. Wiggins, crossover, kick out, Herro, deep right wing three. No good there, and Trae Young snags the board. He'll shoot up the court quickly, driving on Highsmith to the rim. A lot of contact, blocked out of bounds. Did they call a foul? I don't know. I think they did call a foul. So I think Young's getting 2 free throws. It would have been Hawks ball regardless, but I believe they called Highsmith on a reach in from the side. Trae Young, 2 of 10 from the field, but he's been living at the line today. Misses that one. Young rattles in the second free throw. So the lead's 11. Big minute and a half here. Can the Heat extend their lead and keep it in double digits, or will the Hawks get it to single digits at the break? Wiggins driving, turns it over. Niang over to Young. Trae Young in transition. Finds a cutting Okongwu. Back to Young. His floater, no. Trae Young's terrible. Outlet Mitchell. Hawks blew an opportunity. Here comes Miami. Adebayo inside. Fouled by Dyson Daniels, and Bam's going to the line. I'm very overreactionary today. Just tweeted out. Again, I quote tweeted my old tweet about Trae Young saying keep him away from this team. Quoted it, said he sucks, all caps. Adebayo missed the first free throw. Both teams can't make a free throw. Bam makes the second. 12-point Heat lead, 60-48. Young driving on Herro. Drops it off to Niang. That was a good pass there by Trae Young. Listen, there's one thing Trae Young can do, and that he can pass the rock. 10-point game with 1 minute to go. Wiggins has it on the left wing. Adebayo sets him a screen. Wiggins harassed by LeVert. He drives, kicks over to Adebayo. Bam, crossover, driving Okongwu. Left hook, floater. Beautiful move by Adebayo. Lays it up and in. Assume the Hawks go 2 for 1 here. Young inside, living it. What a play defensively by Bam with the steal. Heat out and running. Mitchell driving inside, fighting Wiggins off the trail. He'll launch a 3. No good there, and a good box out by Atlanta. They'll corral the board. Shot clock turned off, so Hawks have last shot if they want it, trailing by 12. 15 to go. Young gets the switch. Herro's isolating. This is the exact same thing that happened at the end of the first quarter, but the Heat doubled them late and forced the TO. Young to the corner. LeVert, his 3. Good. And that just hurts you. Davion Mitchell took one step inside to set up the double team. Quick pass to LeVert. Mitchell, half-court shot, good if it goes. Oh, it almost did. So that will be halftime. The Heat only winning by 9. I tell you what, knowing how the Heat play in the second half and knowing that the Heat, I thought, played well enough to win that first half by 20, I think they should be up more. I do. I have no problem saying that, Justin.
We'll see what these next 3 minutes of the first half will entail, because could be a very different ball game. Hey, I know you out on him, but that was a impressive play.
By
Trae Young.
That was a good pass. It was a good pass. I just can't stand his decision-making sometimes. Those shots that he takes inside. Like, Trae, you have to know you're a smaller guard. You go in there, you're done. Grade the Heat's performance so far, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to go B, solid B. Yeah, they're up 9. I think they should be up by 15. By the way the Hawks played and how poorly they shot the ball and turned the ball over, I think the Heat should be up by 15. So the fact they're only up 9 is concerning to me. Changing the live poll, and then we'll give a shout-outs. I have a B. I see B, B, B minus, B, B, B minus, D, B minus, B plus, B. Gucci says easy A. I don't know about that. No, Kel'el Ware's not in foul trouble. Just, do you want to get first half stats? Kel'el Ware is not in foul trouble. He has no fouls, but only played 12 minutes, 10.6 boards. Kel'el Ware played well. Bam's playing extremely well. Bam Adebayo, 13 points, 4 boards, 3 blocks, 2 steals. Fact he doesn't have a depoy is a crime against humanity, man. It's a crime. 13 points, 4 boards. We're going to get some stats up on screen here in just a second. I don't know how he doesn't have a depoy, man. Jacob Haas says, do you think he could snag a depoy if Wemby has a season he doesn't play 65 games? Like, the truth is, Bam has been one of the most robbed players in terms of that award, I think, in the history of the game. There is no... Guys, he has had 4 straight, I think, seasons of being on the first or second all-defensive team. And he's never won it. Marcus Smart winning depoy over him was a joke. It was the biggest crime in the history of the sport. And then fucking Jaren Jackson Jr. winning it a couple years ago. Just a joke. Easy Macro saying he doesn't rebound enough to get depoy. What does that fucking have to do with winning Defensive Player of the Year? Marcus Smart won depoy. Didn't need to get rebounds for him to do it. Like, it's just a joke, man. Just a joke. But neither here nor there. It is what it is. It is what it is. $2 super chat from Ramal Barea. Shout out to you. Having a tequila shot for every Tyler 3. I believe he only has one, so only one tequila shot for you. No, he's got two. Hero's got 12 points at the half. He's starting lineup has been dominant. We're going to go through some first half stats here in just a second. Remember, you got to grab it from the first tab. Yes. And then you grab both the Hawks and the Heat stats. Or, yeah. $2 super chat from David. We'll get that on screen here in just a second. As we're still at halftime here, Heat leading 62-53. Yeah, like rebounding has nothing to do with winning depoy. That was a stupid-ass comment. Sorry to be mean for whoever did comment it, but stupid. They just said this on TNT. So far, in the 6 quarters the Heat have played in the play-in, they have not trailed for a single second. That's pretty wild. It's hard to do. 6 quarters of basketball without being down at all. Like, just the fact that you didn't go down 2-0 to start a game or something like that. We'll see if they're able to and keep that roll and win this game wire to wire like they did against the Bulls on Wednesday. We'll get David's super chat on screen here in just a second, but trying to get some stats here. Here we go. We'll start with Andrew Wiggins. 10 points, 5 assists, 3 boards. He's played exceptional defense as well. Wiggins has actually been a primary defender of Trae Young today. Trae Young has been defended by Wiggins, has been defended by Davion Mitchell today. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff from Wiggins on both ends of the floor tonight so far. Even though he can't make a free throw to save his life, he's been very, very solid. I think he's 2 of 5 from the line. Just that can't happen. That can't happen. Bam Adebayo has been incredible. Best player on the floor tonight. 13 points, 4 boards, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 5 stocks in a half of basketball is insane. That's an unbelievable performance on both ends by Bam. Just disrupting everything that Atlanta wants to do inside and on the perimeter, if we're going to be honest, too. Kel'el Ware, 10 points and 6 boards. The rookie has come to play in this game. He's only played 12 first half minutes, but he was phenomenal. 5 of 5 shooting, hasn't missed. Incredible stuff from Kel'el Ware. Alec Burks has been a little bit of a non-factor. Made his first shot of the game, missed his last 4. It is what it is. Herro, a little bit of an interesting game for him. He hasn't been aggressive like he was against the Bulls, but he's taken what the defense has given him. Hasn't been the most efficient, missed a couple shots inside, but he's 2 of 4 from 3, 12 points, 4 assists. I think he only has 2 turnovers. Let me double check the turnovers. Only 1. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the 1 turnover. Cool with that. Haywood Highsmith off the bench has been sensational. 8 points, 5 boards, 3 of 3 shooting. That's just been great stuff right there. Just great stuff from Haywood today. He's been good defensively on the glass, too. After going 5 of 5 and having 15 points by Davion Mitchell, really struggled in the first half offensively, but has been good on the defensive end, good at setting up others. So even though he has struggled with his offensive game today, I do like what I've been seeing from Davion. I do like what I've been seeing. I like what I've been seeing. We can rotate quickly through some stats for the Hawks. The number 1 overall pick, Zaccharie Risacher, he sucks. Terrible. 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. He's not good. And he's not strong enough to defend. He's not strong enough to defend yet. Especially when he's forced to guard either Andrew Wiggins or Bam Adebayo right now. So, he's not very good. Mohamed Gay has been nothing. Onyeka Okongwu, he has been good. Now, ironically enough, His plus minus is the second worst on the Hawks. But to me, his 4 offensive rebounds have been huge for the Hawks. I think his 4 offensive rebounds, I know for a fact it's contributed 2 buckets. Know for a fact it's done that. So that's been huge for them. Been huge for Atlanta for him to be solid on the glass tonight. Dyson Daniels has been good defensively on Herro at times, but he's been struggling on the offensive end of the floor at this point. We'll see what happens second half. You want to talk about struggling. Look at these numbers. Trae Young, stinker. 2 of 11. Me and Justin were talking in the pregame. We both believed the Heat were going to win this game, but we said if the Hawks wanted to win, they were going to have to force this game to be a little messy for Miami and Trae Young to have an ice tray moment. Maybe he has a moment in the second half. That first half was as ugly as you could imagine. So we'll see there. The story of this game and the reason why Atlanta's down 9 and not down 20 is their bench. Caris LeVert off of the bench has been sensational. 12 points on a great efficiency. Niang coming off the bench, 13 points, unbelievable efficiency. So Niang and LeVert off the bench, 25 combined points have saved them. Saved them, Justin. Absolutely saved them. Dustin with a comment. Thanks for the stream. New subscriber here. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining the channel. Promise you won't regret it. David with a super chat. Yo! Nick, Depoy is the leader of the blocks award. I know, it disgusts me. It does. We don't value actual defense anymore. All we care about is steals and blocks. Yes, I know that is a big part of it, but if you just watch the games, no one is more impactful to their respective team than Bam Adebayo on the defense of the floor. He can switch 1 through 5. Like for today, he's demolishing Trae Young inside, disrupting everything the Hawks are trying to do in the pick and roll. And he's doing it statistically as well with 3 blocks and 2 steals. Like, I know it's just one game, but Bam does not get the credit he deserves on the defensive side of the floor. And it's sad to see. Wasim with a $2 super chat. NHL playoffs start tomorrow. Great time of year. Yeah, both playoffs start tomorrow. NHL and the NBA. What's the first game tomorrow? Indiana, Milwaukee?
That is correct.
By the way, very good news to report on Damian Lillard. Blood clots have gone away. No longer on blood thinner. And will be ramping up over the next week and a half to try to play.
He's going to play again this year?
If they make enough games, yeah.
Wow.
I think it would require them to make it to the next round. But that's an unbelievable story. Listen, he's off blood thinner. How long does it take to ramp back up? Does it take a month? So maybe they'd have to go deep into round 2 or into the conference finals.
He better than me because I would have to take the year off.
I would too. I would too. Do you, because you work out, right?
I do.
You take any protein? No?
I think I'm going to have to start taking it again because I feel like I've plateaued as far as the muscle development. I'm like, I don't think I'm taking enough protein intake.
Definitely aren't. If you're seeing a plateau. Because I feel like if you don't do, if I will say this, if you don't take protein, I don't know how you get to the protein amount required. Like I just mixed water and protein. It's 150 calories and 25 grams of protein.
Yeah, I just have to, I hate cleaning the bottle.
Oh, yeah, that's brutal. That is bad.
It's just a beatdown.
Not great. But like, yeah, like you can't I can mix it with almond milk and make it 180 calories. Like that's nothing. 180 calories, 25 grams of protein. That's unbelievable. I don't eat enough. I don't get enough protein because I'm like doing body recomp where it's like trying to still eating a calorie deficit, but put on muscle, and you have to toe a fine line of calorie intake to protein, because you still got to get enough protein to build muscle. So when you lose weight, it's not muscle deteriorating, but you also can't go over your calorie deficit or you won't lose weight. It's very tough. It's a very fine line. Very fine line.
You don't have to shout it out, but
That's the company that sponsors the Mitch and the
Yeah.
Rage Report, yeah.
is it any good?
Some of their flavors are solid. Some of them are a little sweet. It's a sweet protein. I don't know if you've done protein in the past.
I
and
typically do muscle milk or
so like the
Lean
pre-made bottles,
Well, no, I had the
tub.
canister, yeah.
I think I don't want to flame a brand on with 1,500 people watching. But I can't stand muscle milk powders. I think the muscle milk pre-made protein drinks that you find in stores and gas stations, I think they are legitimately good. But as soon as you bring out that powder, it's chalky, it's bad. I'm not a fan.
I'd be chugging it anyways. It defeats the purpose of the taste.
My favorite when it comes to taste is Ghost.
See, I'll relax, but I don't know. I don't think it's as safe as we may think.
What do you mean?
Doesn't it have the little metals and all that?
Well, call me Iron Man then. Because their Chips Ahoy protein flavor is the best protein flavor I've ever had.
I see it all the time on the little gym
It's unreal.
vendor.
Yeah, those are the main proteins. I actually have tried this new one called Echo Vision. It's like one I found at the TikTok shop. I got a white chocolate peanut butter one. Actually pretty good. So that one's pretty good facility as well. All right, we're back in action here in the second half. Enough talk of protein. Heat start the quarter with the ball. They lead by 9. I think this third quarter is going to be massive for Miami, as it always is, but they got to start off good here. Burks 3, top of the key. Good, and that's how you want to start it. Lead right back up to 12 quickly for the Heat. Burks 1 of 4 from the field in the first half, knocks down his first shot in the second half. Trae Young cut off. What a pass inside the Dyson Daniels. He turns around and gets a little floater to go. I thought that was a turnover, and somehow it got by Herro to Daniels. That was an unreal pass. Herro's got it, defended by Daniels, swings it back over to Wiggins. Wiggins facing up on Muhammad Gay. Crossover, driving in on the rookie. Inside, lays it up and in. The veteran Wiggins taking the young buck to school. Young to the corner for Gay, who's really been non-existent in this one. Trae Young inside, running, bank shot, floater, good. Interesting to see Young make his first shot of the second half. Is he going to get going after that? Burks, open 3. No good that time. Bad defense by the Hawks. They got away with one. Trae Young, thought he was going to shoot that logo 3. Instead, works to the elbow. Kicks it out to Dyson Daniels, who drives on Herro. Up and under move for Daniels. He almost airballed the floater and then commits a foul, pushing Adebayo out of bounds. Dyson Daniels' offensive game is just not there. Great defender. Can't put the ball in the basket. Oh, shot to David N. Nick, just eat a pound of beef and 5 eggs a day. Yeah, how much money do you think I make? Certainly not enough to have that type of diet. In this economy? Andrew Wiggins, top of the key. Swinging over to Herro. Herro had a shot, passed it up. 5 on the clock. Gets stripped by a Kongwu. The big man in transition to the rim lays it up and in. That Herro had an open 3, passed it up, got the ISO on a big man, and then got ripped the other way. 8-point game, closest it's been in some long time now. 67-59. Herro doubled to Bam. Short roll, kick out, corner three. Burks blocked, gets it back, saves it out, and gets it to Wiggins. Wiggins, crossover, driving on Young. Doubled. 3 on the shot clock, has to fire. Air ball. Hawks coming out playing solid defense the last minute or half or so. Okongwu trailing 3. No. Rebound, fought for. Off of Miami, it will stay with the Hawks. Here comes Atlanta down 8. That I tell you what, Justin, put a pin in that. Apparently, they didn't show it, but the Hawks just made a corner 3. It's a 5-point game. I was going to say, put a pin in that turnover by Herro. He passed up an open 3 and then got ripped. Not saying he was going to make the 3, but he passed up a good shot and turned it over. The Heat turn it over again. Hawks have 5-on-2. Trae Young inside on Herro. Drop it off to Okongwu. It's a 3-point game. Timeout Miami. 9-0 run by the Hawks, and here they come. Third fucking quarter Heat. It's every fucking game, Justin.
I told you the first 2 minutes.
And that's why I said I was not happy that the Heat were only up 9 when it should have felt like 15. I just don't understand it, man. Why do the Heat suck in the third quarter? Can someone explain it to me? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You're saying they're too focused on offense. The issue for the Heat hasn't been the funny thing is, like, the whole Hawks comeback here, Justin, has been from the Heat turning it over. Herro's turnover, Wiggins' turnover, and then that 3 from the corner from Mohamed Gay, I believe I don't know if that was just a stop. Yeah, no, it was the airballed 3 by Wiggins. So it's been the last 3 offensive possessions for Miami. Herro turnover, so that the Hawks scored, and then Herro turnover, Okongwu layup, Wiggins airball 3, Hawks 3, turnover, bucket. That's how the 9-0 run. That's the 9-0 run. Heat still lead this game by 3, but it's been a pretty dominating third quarter so far for the Atlanta Hawks. And it didn't look like that initially because the Heat actually opened this quarter on a 5-2 start, and then it's been a 9-0 run since. The third quarter Heat, man. What else can you say about them? They had a 24-point lead against the Bulls on Wednesday, go down to 13 at one point in the third quarter. And then we saw today, it's already been 11-5 Hawks in this third. It's hard to really understand how consistent they are in having bad third quarters.
It's such a cop-out to say coaching, but my goodness, how do you consistently...
Like, is it coaching? Is it the players being lackadaisical? Like, what? Like, I am generally curious. What is the real answer on why they're so bad in the third quarter? Is it just them getting out-coached and the adjustments made by the opposing coach are good, and that's what it is? Like, the Heat are up, so they're like, oh, we don't need to make adjustments. The other team does, and then next thing you know, their adjustments have led to a comeback. Listen, we'll see how the rest of the game plays out. Not saying that the Heat are going to lose, but it's just been stunning to see this third quarter start and how consistent they are in blowing these games. The largest Heat lead of this game was 17. The Heat have never trailed in this game. Yet with under 9 to go in the third, they only lead by 3. Davion Mitchell in out of the timeout. I think Alec Burks sits down. Only substitution. Wiggins 3. No good. Too strong. What a rebound by Ware. But he loses it, and it's a turnover. Trae Young in transition. Now it's Daniels driving, kicking it out to Okongwu. Okongwu inside, kicks it back out to Young. Trae Young, pull up 3. It's wide open. Too strong. Long rebound, grabbed by Miami. Davion Mitchell out of a cannon to the rim. Lays it up and in. What a big swing there by Miami. I thought we were going to have a tie ball game, Justin. Trae Young can't buy a 3. That was wide open. He walked into it. Back to a 5-point Heat lead. Young driving. Floater. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Ball loose inside. Young picks it up to the corner. Risacher. No, he is horrible, bro. You can't convince me he is good. I do not care. I do not care. Wiggins. Oh, with an easy room service slam, and the lead's back to 7. So a 4-0 run out of the timeout for Miami, giving them some breathing room once again. Risacher inside. Layup. Air ball. This guy's the worst player in the NBA. I don't care. Anyone who tries to tell me he's good, I'm just going to tell you you're wrong. Wiggins inside, stripped, ball loose, turnover. It's been killing Miami. And then Risacher turns it over the other way. Ball loose on the deck. Oh, Muhammad Gay grabs it. Chaos. Corner 3, Risacher. Shocker. He missed. Heat ball. It's unbelievable how bad he is. You've got to sit him. If you're the Hawks, you have to sit him, dude. Adebayo, what a lob inside the Ware. And it's a 6-0 spurt by Miami out of the timeout. They're back up by 9. I mean, it's truly amazing how bad Zaccharie Risacher is. Wow, so bad. What's not bad? Game Time. Official ticketing partner of the Heat Report by Chat Sports. Get started today if you want to go see a live event. No matter what type of event it is, Game Time will be the best spot to grab those tickets. Killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. Last-minute deals save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater events, and more. They've got other features, one of them being zone deals. Save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats for you. All-in pricing also is a feature that shows you the total price of your ticket up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Make sure you toggle that feature to get it in use. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, shout out to Game Time for sponsoring the live show. Spam those fireball emojis. Hawks needed a timeout. They needed a TO. Zaccharie Risacher is legitimately the worst player that I've ever seen. And I know he's been good for them at times throughout the regular season, but he is not good. Lead is back to its halftime number of 73-64. It's been even 11 apiece in this third period. The Zaccharie Risacher that I've seen tonight might be worse than Terry Rozier. I'll say this. Good for the young fella not losing confidence in himself and still letting that thing fly. But someone's got to tell him, hey, bro, you ain't doing it tonight, man. Stop shooting.
What was that transition 3?
Yeah, wide open corner three. What is he thinking? And he could have dumped it inside for a layup, right?
Yeah. See, that's the problem with the youth these days.
Steph Curry ruined the NBA. People say he changed the NBA. Well, he did do that. And he made it better by getting more people involved in the game. But I think he ruined the NBA.
Such a shame.
Heat are playing Kings, man. 3 straight years in the play-in. 3 straight years in the final play-in game. The first 2 years in the play-in, they lost the 7-8 game, then won the game for the 8 seed. This year, they had to win the 9-10 game to play in the 8 seed game. Niang into the game for Atlanta. He immediately drives up and under move, and he flips it up. I mean, how he can't come off the floor if you're Atlanta. There cannot be a world where Risacher is back on the floor and Niang's off the floor. Only change for Caris LeVert in as well. Those two combined for 25 points in the first half off the bench. 7-point Heat lead, 73-66, halfway through this third quarter. Wiggins, nowhere to go with it, now gets it to Bam. 4 on the shot clock. He's going to have to put something up. Deep fadeaway 2, air ball. The Hawks defense is clamped down here in this third quarter. They've been excellent so far defensively. Trae Young's got it left wing, guarded by Mitchell. Over to Niang, pick and pop. Niang now to the corner for LeVert. LeVert baseline drive, back to Niang. Niang trailing Young. Young 4 on the shot clock. Bodies hit the deck. Young driving, kicking. It's a turnover. What a possession by Miami defensively. Shot clock violation. Trae Young just not having anywhere to go. First turnover for the Hawks. Herro inbounds the ball, and we're back in action. Adebayo at the elbow, hands it off to Wiggins. Wiggins working on Okongwu. Wiggins, who's been sloppy in this third quarter, can't make the layup inside, but Bam tips it back up and in. Adebayo's been the best player in this game for both teams. Dyson Daniels almost turns it over, but gets it out to Terrence Mann. Okongwu will try a 3. That's not the shot that Atlanta wants, despite him making one early. And then Niang fouls the Heat. Ooh, that is offensive goaltending for sure. Not called, though. Can they review that?
They cannot.
Okay, so the bucket will not come off the board for Miami. Wanted to make sure. Mitchell driving inside. Now brings it back out to Herro. Herro, left wing 3. Step back over LeVert. Bottoms for Tyler Herro, and the lead is back to 12 for Miami. Second 3 of the quarter for the Heat. Terrence Mann for the Hawks. Cut off. Out to Dyson Daniels. He'll drive inside. His running floater rattles out. Rebound Miami. And the Heat once again have control of this game after relinquishing a lead down to 3 earlier in the quarter. Herro doubled, swinging. Highsmith wide open. Right wing 3. He's been hot today, but can't make that one. LeVert working on Mitchell. Euro step. Rejected by Ware! It goes out of bounds and will stay with Atlanta, but what a possession or block by Kel'el Ware.
Think he pulled the chair so that Ware could block it?
Davion Mitchell did, yeah. Oh, they're going to say it's actually Heat ball. Mitchell driving on LeVert. He goes inside, fouled, and he has a chance to extend the Heat lead once again to 14. The Hawks cut this game to 3, and then it's been all Miami since. Heat are on a 11-2 run right now. Mitchell makes the first free throw. It's a 12-2 run. The live spread is 10.5. By the way, FanDuel said live number was -2. They were +1 earlier in the afternoon when I bet the game. Davion Mitchell splits the pair. So how did it go from +1 to -2 in the 3 hours or 4 hours before the game?
Hey, don't ask me. I don't understand how Vegas sets their lines.
Okongwu inside, right hook shot over Ware. Looked ugly, but give credit where credit's due. He made it. 11-point Heat lead, under 4 to go. Mitchell working on LeVert, spinning, kicking, Herro, pump fake, resets, wide open right three for Herro, doesn't go. Would have been his 4th of the game. Rebound Atlanta, trying to work their way back into it. LeVert wide open 3, good. And it's down to 8. This will be a clutch game, Justin. I'm now convinced it will be a 5-point game at one point with under 5 minutes to go. It will be a clutch game. Kyle Anderson has it. He's been limited minutes today. Drives inside. What is that shot? Okongwu gets the stop and rebound. That was a horrible shot by Anderson. LeVert, top of the key. Feeling it a little bit here. Had a good first half. Driving on Highsmith. Highsmith pokes it free. Heat out and running. 4-on-3. Herro has to reset. Heat couldn't take advantage of the numbers. Herro gets the ISO on Niang. Let him work. Herro drives left. Kicks to Mitchell. One more to Highsmith in the corner. Run off the 3-point line. Inside. Layup. Good. Bodies hit the floor, but no foul call, and the Heat's lead back to 10. Highsmith has been sensational for the Heat off the bench tonight. Daniels driving, reach and foul on Kyle Anderson with 2:05 to go in the third. I think Highsmith has 10 points now off the bench. Highsmith playing well off the bench. Herro takes a seat on the bench. Duncan Robinson in. Trae Young back in for Atlanta. 2 minutes to go in the third. Niang driving, kicking, Okongwu in the corner. He's going to shoot another 3. Am I unfamiliar with his game? Is he a 3-point shooter now? Because he's launched a lot of them, and he's made 2 of them. Big 3 by Okongwu. Kyle Anderson now has it. Tries to get it to Duncan Robinson, can't. 7-point Heat lead. Anderson drives on Niang, running floater, no. What a rebound by Bam, flying in from the rafters. Second chance opportunity for Miami. Corner, Davion Mitchell. He drives, swings to Highsmith. Highsmith, 2 on the shot clock to Anderson. 3 at the buzzer. Oh! Kyle Anderson! How did he make that one? Trae Young looking for the answer. Driving, kicking. It's Niang. Now LeVert, under a minute to play. LeVert to Niang, deep 3. Good. I mean, those two have saved them all night long, Justin. If Niang and LeVert weren't going nuclear off the bench, this would be a 25-point game. 77-84. 45 seconds to go in the third. Heat led by 9 at the half. Adebayo has it over to Duncan Robinson. Robinson having a hard time having possession to the corner. Kyle Anderson's going to have to hoist another 3. And he makes another 3! Are you kidding me, Kyle Anderson? They'll say foot on the line, it's a 2. Unbelievable. 9-point lead for Miami. 15 to go in the quarter. LeVert, right wing three. Rattles in and out. Rebound, Highsmith. He's pushing for the Heat. 5 on the clock. To Mitchell. 4, 3, 2. Mitchell drives. Elbow jumper. Can't go at the buzzer. And we'll enter the fourth quarter with a 9-point game. Heat got lucky with 2 bail-out Kyle Anderson corner shots that he is not expected to make. It's fourth quarter time. Spam those 4s. We've got a game, folks. It was a back and forth third quarter. We are at the same exact spot as we were at halftime. Spam the 4s. Spam the 4s. We're in sub-only mode, so if you want a shout-out, you got to be subscribed. So join the channel and hit those 4s in the chat. Apachito, Macmon, Moonlight, Mannix, Cy, William, Robert, Dandyman. I can't believe that this would be a 4-point game if Kyle Anderson didn't just hit 2 miracle shots. I'm disgusted. Ben 10, Yami, Wasim, Jazz, Willie, Pinecombe, Arnav, Angel, Perry, Joker, James, Raphael, Maria, Mark, Allen, Rome, James, Joker, Maba, Justin, William, Miguel, April, Randy, Razor, Hot Dog. Keep on spamming those 4s. It's fourth quarter time. We got 12 minutes left in this game. Is it 12 minutes until we have Heat Cavs, or is it 12 minutes until the Heat season is over? Justin, what do you think?
Honestly, I thought the Hawks had all the momentum until Kyle Anderson bailed it out. But I think the Heat still have it. I know you think it's going to be a 5-point game, but...
You don't think there's going to be a 5-point game with under 5 to go? I think there's no way. There's no way it's not a 5-point game with 5 minutes to go. The Hawks will make a run. Can the Heat respond?
And I think they will, because they're one more cutting this deficit down to whether it be 3 or 4, and it balloons back up to double digits from quitting.
Kind of agree with that. But the question is, will the Heat be able to respond to the next punch Atlanta throws?
Guess we'll decide what second half Heat do.
Guess we'll see. We had a $10 super chat. Let's freaking go. Shout out to my guy, Jim Landry. We'll get that on screen here in just a second. But we're about to get underway here in the fourth quarter. Hawks do start the fourth quarter with the ball because they won the tip. And they just confirmed it, by the way. It is a 2-pointer from Anderson in the corner, the second one. So it is 86-77. Ian Eagle thought it was a 3. Shout out to Jim Landry. Thank you for all the coverage of games we couldn't see this year. Hey, that's why we do it. That's why you subscribe. We'll also have you covered with videos in between each live show as well. If the Heat win this game, we'll see you live on Sunday. If they lose, well, no more live shows until the May 12th NBA lottery. The largest deficit for the Hawks today has been 17. They've never led in this game. They got it down to 3 in the third quarter, but couldn't get it. They had a shot to tie it. They had a wide open Trae Young 3 to tie it. He couldn't make it. Hawks have it. Trae driving inside, kicking it out to Okongwu. Okongwu's been good today. Back out to Niang. Niang driving, hanging. No foul call, wanted one. Gets it back out to Trae Young. Young back to Niang. Right wing 3. How is that not in? Holy shit. That was as far down as it could go without it going in. Early offense for Miami the other way. They almost turn it over. Bam gets it back. Still have 12 on the shot clock. Davion Mitchell wide open 3. No. Rebound down to Terrence Mann. Hawks quickly the other way. LeVert's been hot off the bench tonight for Atlanta. He drives on Bam. Out to Mann. His 3. Good. 6-point game. Justin, do you believe me? Yeah. I'm telling you, I know my Heat. It will be a clutch game.
We'll see.
Highsmith on the left wing. They try to get into Kyle Anderson. They finally do. He faces up on Niang. They try to get to Bam back door. They can't. Now it's Anderson driving, spinning, fadeaway. No foul call. Hawks have numbers. It's 5-on-4. Trae to Niang. Niang back to Trae. Wide open 3 for Trae Young. Good. You knew it was going to go in. Early timeout Miami, 3-point game. You just knew it was going to win. You told me, Justin, I know my Heat. Come on.
Hey, we're going to see what's going to happen here. We're going to see. This is the exact scenario.
This is exactly what happened in the third quarter. Hawks cut it to 3, but I just know. You just know. When they got that opportunity and Trae Young was wide open from the top of the key and 3, you knew it was in because he's been missing every shot the entire game. Well, we do have a very, very early timeout here. A very early timeout, and we'll tell you about our sponsor and official ticketing partner of the Heat Report one last time. That is Game Time. I use Game Time for every time I go to a live event, and I encourage you to do the same because, well, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. If the Heat win today, they'll be playing in the playoffs in Games 3 and 4 in Miami against the Cavs, so we'll see you potentially in Miami. Last-minute deals save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater events, and more. They have all-in pricing. Toggle this feature. Shows you the total price of your ticket up front so you don't get blindsided by surprise fees at checkout. Also get a full panoramic view from the seat in the app before you buy. Game Time's the easiest way to buy your tickets. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, that $10 super chat from Jim Landry means we have a wheel spin. So, Justin, let's get this on screen, and then let's spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Hey, Jim Landry gets into the Heat Report Hall of Fame for a 50% off discount. Where did I put that Sharpie? Oh, you took it? All right, okay. Shout out to Jim Landry getting into the Hall of Fame for a 50% discount. Usually $20, but gets on there for $10. Shout out to you, Jim Landry. Right there, my friend. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Oh, I'm just a mess. I am just a mess. Good thing that was empty. Protein, milk, protein water, I should say, everywhere. Disaster. Well, folks, it's going to be an interesting game here. It's going to be an interesting game down the stretch. The Heat led by as much as 17. They have never trailed in this game, led by 9 just 1.5 minutes ago. But the Hawks are on a 6-0 run with a pair of triples to start this fourth quarter. If you have not already, hit that sub button. If you want to comment, we're in sub-only mode, so you got to be subscribed. We also put out content in between our live shows here. If you're a Heat fan, this is the #1 Heat YouTube channel for you. Live for every game. So this is the spot to be, man. The spot to be. And if you don't believe me, just look at the live chat and ask everyone else who's been subscribed for a while. It's been awesome, man. It's been an awesome game. It's been an awesome time here at the channel. Has not been an awesome season, but it could still be a playoff potential here for the Heat. No, the Heat are not going to put in Pelle Larsson and Nikola Jovic, who have not played all day in here in the fourth quarter. We're back in Atlanta. Heat have ball up 3. 10.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Herro back in. Right off the bat, curling 3. No. Rebound. Loose. Still loose. Tapped out. Second chance opportunity for Miami. Davion Mitchell has it and now resets back out to Herro, guarded by Trae Young. It's a mismatch. 5 on the shot clock. Herro says, let me have this dance. And he gets inside but can't hit the floater. Another offensive rebound, Miami, and Herro buries the mid-range shot. Third opportunity for the Heat. They would not pass that one up. Lead is back to 5 for the Heat. Niang driving, turned over. Highsmith with a steal, but the Heat couldn't get the ball. The ball somehow finds its way back to the Hawks. Young over to Daniels. His left wing three. Good. Dyson Daniels is not a good three-point shooter, and somehow the Heat couldn't come up with that loose ball, and we're down to 2. Hawks 2 of 3 from 3 in this final period. Andrew Wiggins has it. Been a bad second half for Wiggins. Herro driving on Daniels. Caught in traffic to Bam. Corner 3. No. Offensive rebound Highsmith. And then fouled inside. It will be on the floor. Miami just killing the Hawks on the glass right now. What is that? 3 offensive rebounds in the last minute and a half?
Yeah, 2 last possession and then that one.
We'll see if the Heat can make the Hawks pay once again. Herro hit a midi on the last time they got a couple offensive rebounds. Can they do it again here? 2,700 people watch it. Hit that sub button right now if you haven't already. Sub for Heat Dubs. Mitchell has it. They try to play back to Herro. Couldn't get it to him. 9 minutes to go. Mitchell inside, probing. Kicking outside. It's Wiggins. Catch and shoot 3. Too strong. Rebound. Grabbed by Trae Young. He's leading the break for Atlanta. The Hawks have never led in this game. Daniels for the lead. 3. No. What a rebound by Andrew Wiggins on the inside, and he'll save the lead for the Heat. Davion Mitchell driving, kicking. Herro thought about a deep 3. Now goes inside out to Highsmith. He's been hot from 3 all night. Can't knock down that one. Heat offense is going cold. Can the Hawks take advantage? LeVert, quick 3 the other way. What is he doing? And Adebayo, I think, got credited for the block. It's his 4th block there. I believe they're going to credit for him for a block. Herro, a bad shot. What are we, just exchanging bad shots? Hawks have numbers. Terrence Mann cherry picking, and we're tied at 88. First, you know the last time it's been tied, Justin? 0-0. What are we doing offensively? Mitchell isolated on Young. Loses the handle. Ball loose. Trae Young diving for it, but it will stay with Miami. It goes out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock. Justin, this is danger time for Miami. Every ounce of momentum is fully on the Hawks.
Hey, they had every opportunity to, because the Hawks didn't have a clue how to take a good shot.
But then Herro takes a step back, contested 3. Mitchell to inbound with 8 on the shot clock, gets it to Adebayo, and then he just throws it out of bounds. This team is collapsing. Same old Heat. I'm not going to lie, I just went on Twitter, and I know what happens on this possession, because somehow my Twitter is ahead of DirecTV. And I'll tell you what, folks, it's not good for us. Yep, there it is. Young step back 3, bang. Heat down 3. First time the Heat have trailed all night. That's 2 threes by Young in the 4th quarter now after playing horrible the rest of the way. I can't believe the Heat are down. They led by as much as 17. They never trailed until this moment. Herro looking for the answer. Hounded by Daniels. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins drives, spins. Terrence Mann, and Wiggins banks it home. How did he get that to fall? What a big answer from Miami, and boy, did they need that, Justin. Trae Young driving on Mitchell, gets fouled. They're not close to the bonus, I don't think. But how are the Heat losing this game by 1 point with 7 to go, Justin? Still don't believe me it's going to be a clutch game, Justin?
It might be.
It might be. For this game not to be a clutch game, which is 5 points at any point with under 5 to go, it would take a lot. It would take a lot. Looks like we'll have a timeout here. Second timeout of the quarter with 7 to go. 3,100 people watching. We just entered timeout. Who you got? MIA for the Heat, ATL for the Hawks. Who is going to win? Who is going to win? Get your predictions. MIA for the Heat, ATL for the Hawks. It will be Hawks ball? Yes, because the Wiggins just made that jumper. So it's going to be Hawks ball up 1 with 7 minutes to go when we get out of the timeout. Still looks like 80% of Heat fans or people think the Heat are going to win. At least in the live poll. Live chat's split. By the way, shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. 3,100 people. Make sure you hit that thumbs up icon. And subscribe. We set the record on the channel, Justin, on Wednesday for most ever viewed anything. Whether it is a live show, whether it is a video. We had 54,000 people watch our Wednesday night stream. We're already at 50,000 with 7 minutes to go. We are going to shatter that record once again tonight. 2 big streams in a row. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys. We'll see how this game ultimately unfolds for the final spot of the Eastern Conference playoffs. James Brown says, are you doing the Mavericks game? No, I am not going to stream a Mavericks game on the Heat Report by Chat Sports. If you want to watch the Mavericks game, go check out Jeffrey Cooperstein over at Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. Do I think Miami can make a run and win? Yeah, I mean, they've led this entire game. Every single piece of momentum in this one goes to Atlanta right now. But of course I believe the Heat can win. It's basically a dead even game, and the Heat have played better than the Hawks for what, 95% of this game? Just this first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter has just been dominant for ATL. Justin, I like your feedback. What do the Heat need to do here to stabilize the ship and get back out in front?
Don't turn the ball over and rebound the basketball. I feel like the Hawks are playing with a different energy and beating them to every 50-50 ball, even when the Heat get a stop.
So I forgot to remember how many turnovers the Heat have as a team at halftime, but they now have 11 turnovers. The Hawks only have 6. So I think that has been a major storyline here. Andrew Wiggins has 4 turnovers. And I think out of those 11 turnovers Miami has, I would be willing to bet 7 of them are in the second half. So I actually think 4 first half turnovers, 7 second half turnovers.
I think you can count 3 off the top of my head in the third.
I can count 3 from Andrew Wiggins by himself. By the way, Shams has said that Ja's going to play. Hawks have it off the inbound, leading by 1. Trae Young has made a couple threes here in the fourth. Okongwu has it, gets it over to Dyson Daniels. Daniels drives on Bam, Euro step floater. Tough bucket by Dyson Daniels, man. That's a tough bucket. Back down 3. Who is going to be the man to step up offensively for the Heat? Tyler has been quiet tonight. Highsmith's been hot off the bench. He can't make the open corner 3, and the Hawks have firm control of this game. Thank you, TNT. Trae Young, he's sensing the moment, trying to put this one, not away, but really extend the lead. Step back 3 over Highsmith. No good. I thought he made it. Adebayo grabs the rebound and saves it to Wiggins. Halfway home here. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Heat trail by 3. Led by as much as 13 in the game. Herro doubled. Drops it off to Bam. 15-foot baseline shot is good. Adebayo's been a stabilizing force all night, hasn't he? Back within 1. Young drops it to Daniels. Daniels in the corner. Okongwu, who's made 2 threes in this game, passed up that one. Now post up on Herro inside. They get it to him. Will they double? They will. Okongwu, though, is fouled on the floor by Tyler Herro. Said he pushed with the elbow. I don't hate that foul if you're Miami. I know it puts them closer to the bonus, but when you're giving up the size and height that Herro is, you just foul. No. But the foul came forehand. Another foul. A foul, I don't know who was on, but they didn't show the play. Drive inside by Atlanta away from I guess, foul there. Yeah, for anyone saying those guys are spoiling in the chat, I don't think they are because they said it so early. There's no world they have a stream that is that much ahead of DirecTV. Now, if the Hawks end up hitting a 3, I think it's just more luck that they guessed that. Okongwu is going to shoot a 3. Oh, maybe they are ahead. It's 96-90. That's the third 3 from Okongwu. See, I just think they're guessing. If not, then we're really in trouble. Oh, my God, they turned it over. Maybe they're not guessing because Okongwu now has 25 points and the Heat are down 6, 98-92. Herro turned it over. Okongwu got the pick and roll, and the Heat are down 6. 5 minutes to go. Another timeout, Miami. Onyeka Okongwu, I can't believe what I'm seeing, Justin. 25 points, 9 rebounds. He's 11 of 16 from the field.
Did you say 25 points?
25 points, 9 boards, 11 of 16 from the field, and 3 of 6 from 3, Justin.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm in disbelief. I'm in disbelief. I can't believe what I'm watching. I do believe it because this is what the Heat have done all season long, blow leads. But I just can't believe it's really going to happen like this.
Especially with how they've dominated the game for the most part outside of the part of the third quarter.
The Heat have been outscored 21-9 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow.
Joe Johnson's courtside. I love Joe Johnson. Man, he's one of my favorite players to watch.
Really? Because of how he plays?
I mean, I just thought he was fun. He was like an off-brand Carmelo almost. And that's mean to Joe Johnson because he was really good, but they played so similarly, just Carmelo did it at a much higher level. Davion Mitchell out of the timeout will launch a 3. A big 3 by Davion Mitchell. And the Heat are back within 1 score. Davion Mitchell's got that dog in him. Trae Young has it. Gets the switch. Herro defends. Young wants this matchup. Trae, isolated, top of the key, driving, kicking, Dyson Daniels, pump fakes, he drives, running floater, comes up short, rebound Miami, and they have a chance to draw closer or tie the game depending on shot selection. Davion Mitchell just made a 3, working on LeVert, drives on Caris, gets inside, loses the handle, turned over. Rebound, and here comes LeVert now. No numbers for Atlanta, but LeVert still pushing, kicking to Trae Young, swinging to Okongwu. He wants another 3. No good. Rebound, battled for, grabbed by Adebayo inside. 4 minutes to play, Heat down 3. I sense a Herro moment coming up. Herro driving, swinging, Highsmith. Gets it inside to Adebayo, who's got the mismatch with LeVert. Swung around the corner, it's Wiggins. He drives. Kicks it out to Herro. 5 on the shot clock. Herro, pull-up elbow jumper, contested, but he buries it. And the Heat are down 1, 5-0 spurt after the timeout in play. 3.5 to go, 98-97. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. Sub for Heat Dubs. Sub for Heat Dubs. Winner plays Cleveland in the first round of the NBA playoffs, tipping off on Sunday. Trae Young, guarded by Davion. Over to Terrence Mann. Mann drives, kicks. LeVert corner 3. That almost hit the ceiling. What was that shot? And now the Heat have a chance to retake the lead with 3 minutes to go. 98-97. Herro. Deep 2 pull-up. We're up by 1. Timeout Atlanta. 99-98. Herro with 4 straight. Spam those 14s for Tyler Herro. Tough shot by Tyler. Excuse me, I don't know where the hiccups came from all of a sudden. What a shot by Tyler Herro. A 7-0 run by Miami after they trailed 98-92. I thought we were in the clear. And then a 7-0 run. Unbelievable. Spam those 14s for Tyler Herro. 4 straight points to put Miami from down 3 to up 1. But honestly, shout out Davion Mitchell, because out of that timeout, him just pulling up, I mean, he was left wide open, but like, he's not a good historical three-point shooter. He's shooting 45% from 3 as a member of Miami since being traded here. Just no hesitation, biggest shot of the season, because if you miss, the game's probably done. And he just netted it. Hawks have it down 1, under 3 to play. Can the Heat's defense clamp back up like they did for most of the game? Trae Young turns the corner inside. Floater blocked by Bam! Herro in transition to the rim. Can't get it to go. And the ball is rebounded by Atlanta. Oh, that's tough. That was an unbelievable block by Bam. I think it's his 5th of the game. Niang trailing 3. No. And the Heat will slow it down with 2.5 to go, up 1. What a rejection from Adebayo. That was fucking ridiculous, dude. Herro sensing the moment again. Driving on Daniels. Gets inside. Kicks it out to Highsmith for the big shot. No. But Wiggins tips it up and in! And it's a 9-0 run by the Heat over the last 3 minutes to take a 3-point lead. Trae Young now looking for the answer. Over to Niang. Baseline drive. Inside. Gets the tough bucket. 1-point game. Under 2 to go. Heat lead by 1. Who's going to make and take a big shot here? Herro working on Daniels. Driving. Pull up. Elbow jumper. Oh! Herro is the hero! What a bucket by Herro on one of the best defensive players in the NBA. Young over to Daniels. Daniels back to Niang. Niang into Daniels. What an offensive play by the Hawks, and they're back down 1 with 1:28 to go. Daniels tried to get the steal off the inbounds, but hits it out of bounds, and it will be Heat ball with 1.5 to go, up 1. Hit that sub button. 4,500 people watching. If you're a Heat fan, sub for dubs. Sub for daily content as well. Andrew Wiggins, 1:20 to go, has the ball on the Hawks logo. Adebayo will set him a screen. Wiggins gets to the corner. It's Highsmith. Now Adebayo at the elbow. 4 on the shot clock. Jab step. Loses the handle, but it falls right to Highsmith for the layup. What unbelievable luck for the Heat. Back up 3, 60 seconds to go. Niang driving, kicking. Daniels over to Young. Young gets downhill to the rim, and he puts it home on a 1-point game. Chaos everywhere. 50 seconds, Heat up 1. My heart can't take this. My heart rate is through the roof. It's 150. Herro, floater, no contest. He misses it. Hawks get the rebound. Herro had a great look to extend the lead to 3. Trae Young gets it to Daniels. Daniels in the corner. Niang drives, spins. Floater over Herro. He left it short. Highsmith with the rebound. Hawks have to foul, but they're call a timeout. Holy shit. Everyone can take a deep breath. Holy shit. My heart is beating out of my chest. It's 105-104. 19 seconds to go. The Heat have the ball. It's 105-104, Heat ball with 19 seconds to go. If the Heat are able to make their free throws and not allow a three-pointer, the Heat should be able to win this game. Herro had a easy 8-foot wide open floater to put them up 3, came up short, and then on the other end, Georges Niang had a turnaround right hook shot from 6 feet, basically uncontested because Herro couldn't rise up and contest after the turnaround, and he came up short before Highsmith got the board. And that's how we stand here at 105-104. 5,500 people watching. Hit that sub button. Come on, subscribe to the channel right now. If the Heat can inbound this cleanly, it will just be free throws here to put them up 3. Obviously, there is no one you want to get this ball to more than Tyler Herro, your best free throw shooter. I tell you what, I would not give it to Andrew Wiggins. He can't make a free throw to save their life. They get it to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell over to Bam. Bam up ahead to Herro. Herro will be fouled with 15 seconds to go. The Hawks tried to get a steal before they fouled, and that cost them. They could have fouled Davion Mitchell. Instead, they tried to get a steal, and the ball ends up to Herro's hands. But they had one to give, so that's why. Mitchell to inbound, tries to get it to Herro, does in the corner, ball's loose, it's out of bounds. This will almost certainly be reviewed. I don't know what the call is. Actually, I forgot it's not college basketball. They can't review unless a team challenges. It's clearly off Dyson Daniels. Mitchell to inbound, having a hard time getting it in, lofts it to the half-court line. Herro grabs it and is fouled with 12 seconds to go. And now Herro's going to the line. So the Heat are able to get it to their top player, their top scorer, their top free throw shooter, the all-star for the first time, Tyler Herro. 6,100 people watching. Hit that sub button, folks. Come on, join the channel today. What a time to be alive. A 90% free throw shooter who is 4 of 4 tonight. Does Herro have the ability to put this one not away, but close to the victory? He makes the first. He makes the first. It's 106-104. 6,200 people watching. Sub today. Hawks have 2 timeouts. You'd imagine that they advance the ball and call a TO after this free throw, assuming Herro makes. Herro to put the Heat up 3. Misses it. Rebound Hawks timeout to advance the ball. Herro is now 4 of 5 or 5 of 6 from the line tonight, and the Heat's lead is only 2 with 11 seconds to go, which allows the Hawks to either take the lead with a 3 or tie this game up and send it to overtime. My goodness. Like, obviously, it's not 100% that Herro's going to make it, but anytime he misses a free throw, you are shocked. What do you think the Hawks do? Do you think they go for the win or the tie, or just take best shot?
I would go best shot, but I think the Hawks are going to go for the win.
I would probably be willing to bet that Trae Young is going to try to get a switch on the Tyler Herro in the pick and roll, and then he'll try to launch a 3 for the win. That's if I know Trae Young, that's what I would try to guess. Trae Young, by the way, is the most clutch player, I guess, in the NBA. Most game winners this year, most assists in the clutch, most free throw made, 3rd most points, 3rd most 3 points.
But he won't win the Make Believe award because
by the way, I know we got 6,500 people watching. How much of a joke is it that they invented a clutch award? What does that mean?
Adam Silver sucks.
He's the worst. He's lucky that Rob Manfred exists, I tell you what. Defensive lineup for Miami here. Haywood Highsmith, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, and Davion Mitchell. So actually, it's the same group that's been on the floor for the last 5 minutes. Trae Young will inbound. Davion Mitchell defending the inbounds. Young having a hard time getting in. Gets it into a Okongwu. He should call a timeout here. Gets it to Young. 7 seconds. Young fouled. Did the Heat have one to give? They did. What a mistake by Atlanta there. That was almost chaos. They almost couldn't get it in. 6 seconds remain now. Young got it back, and Davion Mitchell purposely fouled Trae Young. But now, Justin, to make matters interesting, if the Hawks were to, or if the Heat were to foul here in the 6 seconds, it would be free throws.
That would be the most cowardly thing.
No, excuse me. It wasn't a foul on Davion Mitchell. The Hawks called their second timeout. Unless it was a foul, then they called timeout. I'm not sure the order of operations.
Why you calling a play where Trae Young inbounds the
Okay,
ball?
so just wanted to know, it was a foul on Davion Mitchell and then a timeout after that. So it will be side out for Atlanta with 6.1 seconds to go. Hey, Heat fans, if you want to win and move to the playoffs, spam the D's in the chat for defense. If you can't chat, it's because you're not subscribed or in sub-only mode. Subscribe because we put out daily content here at the Heat Report anyway, live for every game. If you want the Heat to get a stop, spam those D's. I think they go for the win, Justin. I'm telling you right now, I think a 3 is getting launched by Atlanta. I think it is. I think it is. No fouls to give. Each coach has a challenge. No timeouts for Atlanta. Miami has 1. So if the Hawks were to hit a 3 or any bucket, the Heat would be able to call a timeout and advance the ball. This time, Dyson Daniels will inbound. Andrew Wiggins on Trae Young, giving length there. Daniels to inbound. They get it to Young in the backcourt. 6 seconds. Young brings it up. Drives. Tits to the rim, layup, good. 1.3 seconds left. We're tied at 106. Trae Young, the most clutch player in the NBA this year, just drove right by Andrew Wiggins to tie this game up with 1.3 seconds to go.
Hey, low-key, that was a good play.
I thought he was going to go for the 3, and I think so did Andrew Wiggins. Because you just saw, Young drove right by him with no difficulty.
You got the running start.
And that was a tough, and you know what? You give Trae Young credit. He didn't have the best angle there. And Andrew Wiggins has a good arm length where that could have been blocked from behind. That was impressive by Trae Young. But there is still 1.3 seconds left on the clock, and the Heat called a timeout to advance the ball. So the Heat will have a chance to inbound it and get a shot here. The Heat will have a chance to get a shot off. You got to find a way to get to Herro on the move. You have the chance to one dribble, put it up. I think one dribble. You catch one dribble shot or catch and shoot right away. You don't have a lot of time, but you have enough time for maybe one dribble. This is why you subscribe. I mean, who does it better than this? Who does it better than us? I think this is going to go to overtime. Unless the Heat hit a miracle shot here, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh my God. My legs feel like jelly, dude. This is insane. This is insane. Duncan Robinson in for a potential shot maker. Kyle Anderson in as well to pass it in. The 4 players they'll try to get it to: Herro, Wiggins, Duncan, Bam. Bam's honestly had so many game winners, I wouldn't try to get it to him on the move in the mid-range. Anderson the inbound, having a hard time getting in. It's Wiggins, fadeaway corner 3 for game. No, and we're going to overtime. Wiggins had a look, but it was a fadeaway corner 3, couldn't hit it. I got to be honest, I don't know what they drew up there. I don't know what the options were. That was terrible. Justin, that was horrible. You're telling me the people, out of all the players you want to shoot in that moment, you're going with Andrew Wiggins?
You think that was the first option on the play?
I fucking hope not. All right, we're going to OT, folks. Still 7,500 people watching. Who you got? I'm starting a new live poll. Who you got, too? So vote in the chat. Vote in the live poll. Let me know. How y'all feeling going OT? Can I be honest, Justin?
Go ahead.
I think OT benefits Miami. I know you had a chance to win it up 2 with 6 seconds to go if you just got to stop. But if you told me with 4 minutes to go, this game was going to overtime, with all of the momentum Atlanta had in that late fourth quarter, I feel like this little reset will help Miami in overtime.
It could, but the counter argument with it being at home, the crowd's kind of engaged. You lost the mo, but then you got it back.
Yeah.
Trae Young might saw the ball go through the hoop. First play is probably going to him.
I mean, you imagine who wins the tip? That's the big question here. Continue to let us know who you got in the chat, ATL or MIA. $2 super chat from Christian. Y'all are trash. Y'all are going to lose, bro. Thanks for the $2, man. You know what I love? People who send me money. Thank you, Christian. My goodness. I've been nervously scraping my hand, and I'm just like picking scabs at this point. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is an insane game, man. It's been a great game. It's been a great game. I can't believe how easy Trae Young got downhill.
I'm telling you, that was a good play. I know it was very simple, but that little hezzy with a full head of steam.
Yeah, because he was going full head of steam, and then he gave like a little fake, like he was going to do that thing where he goes downhill, but then stops, not even step back, just stops on his pivot foot and then steps and shoots it, which is a shot that he does often, but he went for the tie.
And the fact that Wiggins kind of followed them out there when they threw it into the backcourt, and he had to backpedal so quickly.
But I think you have to, because I think you just would be concerned in that stretch, Justin, if you don't follow him and you're standing at the three-point line, he could very much well just pull up from the logo to try to game it.
I'm not saying he made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
I'm saying Quinn Snyder drew up something nice.
Jump ball, Bam and Okongwu, won by Miami. It's Davion Mitchell, Herro, Highsmith, Wiggins, and Bam to start for the Heat. Man, Young, LeVert, Okongwu, and Daniels for the Hawks. Bam has it at the left wing, drops it in the Wiggins. LeVert on Wiggins in the mid-post. Wiggins faces up, spins inside, in the crowd. Can't get it to fall, and Okongwu grabs the rebound. And then they're going to whistle Wiggins for a foul. Now, the fouls do reset in overtime, so the Hawks who were in the bonus are not in the bonus currently. 4.5 to go. Are you shocked no Niang here in overtime after how well he's played?
With how well, maybe get him back in right now.
Trae Young turns it over, throws it out of bounds. He tried to fire it to Terrence Mann. By the way, that he got away with a foul. Mann was open, but Mann got pulled. I'll tell you what, they got away with one there. 4 minutes to go in overtime. Mitchell downhill, kicks to the corner, swung to Herro. Catch and shoot three. Bottoms! Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro with 27 points in the ball game. 6 points, 6 assists, 6 boards, and 6 assists as well. Trae Young doubled. He drives inside. Wide open floater, too easy. 109-108 with under 4 to go. 3:45. Every possession means so much in overtime. Mitchell left open. Mitchell steps back for 3. Don't go under, Davion Mitchell! 4-point Heat lead. Young the other way, driving, traveled. What a possession. Davion Mitchell gets the stop defensively and then buries a 3 in his face. I tell you what, man, Davion Mitchell, that's a ball player. That's a ball player. 4-point Heat lead. Herro gets it across the timeline, guarded by Daniels. Now LeVert. Bam sets him a screen. Herro thought about a 3. Now guarded by Okongwu. Crosses over. Swings to the corner. Mitchell, another 3. Bang! Heat up 7! And then Davion Mitchell draws an offensive foul.
I don't think you saw this.
Whoa! Davion Mitchell taking over this game. Wow. Wiggins has the top of the key. I'm calling this game over if the Heat score in this possession, Justin. Left wing, Wiggins gets a switch on a Okongwu, gets downhill, Euro step, floater, ball game, 9-point lead, 2:40 to go. I think this is over. Heat dominating overtime. What'd I say about overtime favoring Miami? Corner 3, Okongwu. Oh, wow, that's a big answer. All right, maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's on me. It's on me. Hand up, it's on me. 6-point lead with 2:20 to go. .212 on the clock. Davion Mitchell, 6 points in overtime. Gets at the bam in the short roll. Adebayo smokes the shot. That was an easy 4-foot floater. Hawks need a score here. Young gets the switch. Bam defending. Step back, right wing 3. Okay, yeah, you know what? That's on me. That's on me, guys. I shouldn't have said it was over when the Heat went up 9. 6-0 Hawks run. 3-point game with 1:48 to go. Wiggins driving on man. Almost turns it over. Out to Herro. Right wing 3 for Tyler. Oh! Tyler Herro! Puts Miami back up 6. Young hounded. Davion Mitchell fouled him. Claps, and then Trae Young gets in his face a little bit. Davion Mitchell, does he have him a little rattled here? That was a big shot by Trae Young, but an even bigger shot by Tyler Herro. 6-point Heat lead with 1:34 to go. The Heat are 4-4 from 3 in the fourth quarter, or in the overtime. 2 Herro threes and 2 Mitchell threes. Dyson Daniels driving, spinning on Wiggins. That's not the shot there, but LeVert offensive rebound out to Okongwu. Okongwu gets downhill. His floater, no. Rebound still loose. Trae Young picked it up. Ball still on the deck. Bodies hit the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Tyler Herro and unclear who else. What a wild sequence here. Ball on the deck. Trae Young, and it's going to be Herro and LeVert jump ball. Herro and LeVert. 1:13 to go. Heat win this tip and score. I'll be then calling it over again. LeVert and Herro at the Hawks free throw line. Tip is won by the Hawks, but the ball is still loose and ultimately gathered by Atlanta. LeVert, open corner 3. No! And Herro grabs the rebound and then is fouled. Caris LeVert, wide open for 3, goosed it. He thought about it too much. He hesitated. Yeah, what is he doing? One minute to go, 6-point lead. The Hawks don't have to foul. They can play it out. Mitchell has it. He has 6 points in overtime. Adebayo, who lost his headband, gets it to Mitchell. 7 on the clock. Mitchell is going to have to make something happen again. Mitchell, step back 3. Trae Young dares him to shoot it. No good. But look who grabs the rebound. It's Davion Mitchell. And the Heat can walt more time off the clock. Herro gets by man. Euro step inside. Out to Highsmith. Wiggins. One more to Mitchell. Dagger 3 on the way. Good! Good night, Atlanta! Heat up 9! 9 overtime points. Davion Mitchell. My goodness, Davion Mitchell. Spam the 45s for Davion. He just wants it more than Atlanta. And the game, it's hard to blow a 9-point game in 23 seconds. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What an overtime performance by Davion fucking Mitchell. Wow. Unbelievable, man. Truly at a loss for words at this performance from Davion Mitchell. I mean, I don't know how you lose this game. Daniels to inbound, gets it to Niang. Niang 3, air ball, out of bounds. Great box out Tyler Herro, and that's going to be game. I don't even think the Hawks will try to do anything here. That's game. Heat win. Shout to unknown user. Can Mitchell get another assist? No, he just wanted to hit another 3. Sorry if you had money on him. $5 super chat from Christian. Good job, Miami. You managed to survive sweep next round. I'm calling it now. The Heat will be swept by whoever they play, but hey, good job tonight. Thanks for the $5, man. Timeout, I think, will be called by Miami, but I think this one's over, folks. How about that? Hit that sub button. No lottery pick. I'm in shambles. Listen, I said I was gonna come up here and root for the Heat for you guys, but if I'm gonna be honest, I wanted the lottery pick. I'm sick. I'm disgusted. I know you guys are excited right now. I can't believe we did all this just to lose in 5 games to the Cavs. Sorry to be that guy. I'm really sick. Just tweet this out. On the real, though, I'm sick about not having a lottery pick. Only way I get over this is if the Heat beat the Cavs. Hawks went for the steal. Don't get it. And the Hawks will lose. Shout out Mr. Gio with a $10 super chat. OMG, re-sign 45. Yeah, he will be re-signed, folks. I don't think after these performances by him and how he played after being traded here, there is not a chance in the world where the Heat do not re-sign Davion Mitchell. Hydro, Rolly, Snoop pissed. I don't know who is Snoop. I am upset. I did make $100 though. So there's that. There's that. Shout out to Austin Packham. We'll get that on screen. What a game. We're going to be the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs for a 3rd straight season. Nope. No lottery pick for us. I'm fucking disgusted. I am. I'm sorry. I can't hide it anymore. I'm so serious. The only way I won't be disgusted is if the Heat beat the Cavs. I don't care if they force a 7-game series and lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm disgusted by this blown lottery. Congrats to the front office, man. You don't have to give up unprotected picks the next 2 in 26 and 28. Unbelievable. I can't believe this shit, bro. We were one of the worst teams all year long just to blow our lottery pick. I fucking hate us. I'm going to be sick on draft night when one of my point guard dream players is there at 11. I'll be sick. I'm going to be sick. When Jeremiah Fears or Kasper Siakachonis slips to the 11th pick and they're stars in the NBA, I want y'all to remember this fucking moment. How quickly the jubilation of winning this game turned into... I mean, I can't do it. I am so fucking mad. Why did they want to win, bro? Like, obviously, they're going to try to win. But we had one of our worst seasons in the last 10 years just to fucking be in the playoffs and ruin a lottery pick. In a loaded lottery. Someone said in the chat, he better not get swept for blowing the lottery. They could lose in 5 games. It won't matter to me. The only way I'm not going to be mad is if they fucking win the series. So they better go up and fucking win. Like I said, they can lose to the Cavs in 7, and I'm going to be fucking pissed. You're right, Mango. Too much pride. Listen, no team is ever going to fucking tank. No team is ever going to tank. No team is ever going to purposely lose, but... Austin says, I'd rather give up this pick than next year's. Why? This draft is loaded, bro. We could have had a top guard. What is Klay Thompson doing? You see that? He took a one-legged running 3. Oh my God, could you imagine this super chat? Could you imagine if the Bulls, who will have the 11th best odds, get the fucking top 4 or the top 1 pick? Could you imagine? I'd be actually like so dead inside. Mr. Gio, I feel you. We need to lose. It's the truth. Listen, it was exciting. And in the moment, it's hard for me to root for them to lose. You saw the excitement level I had when we won. But now, after all of the excitement is left, and it has set on me that we are going to lose in 5 games to the Cavs. And it's just brutal, man. Shambles. James. Is that all the super chats? Man, that sucks. Listen, I'll eat my words. I'll eat crow if the Heat end up beating the Cavs. If they don't, it was all for fucking nothing. It was all for nothing. By the way, the people in the chat that are upset that I have no faith in the Heat winning, like you guys are some high horse Heat fans. Goes like, oh, I will believe in my team no matter what. That's what a real fan should do. Miss me with that bullshit. No, I know that we are out of our depths in this game. Out of our depths. Mr. Giro, another super chat. Few Rolly, we should have lost. Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. We're on to Cleveland. I'm sad because unless the Heat win this first-round playoff series, we just blew one of the best chances we have in a long time to make major upgrades to the roster in the offseason. Like, I didn't want to talk about it anymore, but like we could have drafted a star point guard at 11 if we didn't move in the lottery. Like we could have drafted one. We need one desperately. And even if we didn't, you know what would have happened if we missed the playoffs? 4 tradable first-round picks on draft night. 4! Which we could have traded for an all-NBA type player. See, I want to respond to one person in particular. Best TH, whatever the fuck your name is. You're supposed to lift us up as fans. What's this channel for? You know what this channel is for? It's not to fucking lift you guys up. It's to provide content about the Miami Heat and provide analysis about the basketball team. You want analysis? These last 2 games were fun where the Heat won. They're going to lose in 5 games to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So what was the point of making the playoffs? You saw what happened against the Boston Celtics last year. The Cavs are on the same level as last year's Celtics team. They are. We lost in 5. We won 1 game, but the other 4 games were 10-point blowouts. Barely beat the Hawks. You think we're going to beat the Cavs 4 times in a series of playoff basketball? Come on, man. Supercar Driven says, I want to see your face if we beat the Cavs. I'll be right here. I said, listen, guys, I'm rooting for the Heat to win every game. You guys think I want them to lose? Not anymore, I don't. Because there's no reason to lose anymore. We already lost the pick. So now I'm rooting for wins. I said the only way that I will be okay with how we lost our 11th overall pick is if we beat the Cavs. We beat the Cavs, I'll be ecstatic. But if we lose to the Cavs, and literally, if we just lose to the Cavs in general, waste. Yeah, the front office won the win because they're 85 fucking years old. Of course they want to win. Couple super chats here. Listen, we're going to sign off soon. We'll stay live if you guys want to continue the conversation. Super chat, have discussion about the Cavs series, have discussion about everything. But we are going to sign off and make a Cavs Heat preview. We're going to film that. I hate this. I've said this for so long. 8 to the finals, we did it before. Yeah, we also had a top 5 playoff performer in Jimmy Butler. Christian says, I won't have to eat crow. Cavs win 4-1. Listen, that's my prediction, but we'll see. We'll see. Smartest move of my lifetime to put $100 on the Heat money line. Oh my God, Francisco Lindor just hit a walk-off homer. That's actual chills. All right, I'm happy again. All right, guys, I'm cool again. We could talk. Francisco Lindor just hit a walk-off homer. God, I love the Mets. That was chills. You smoked the piss out of that. Shout out to Mr. Gio. Rolly, it's a pride thing. Is this what did he send that in? Yeah, okay. Rolly, it's a pride thing. Jimmy left. They wanted to prove something to themselves. That's all, but we should have went with the pick. If you lose in the first round, what are you proving? Like that's the only question I ask. What are you proving if you do get that? And I do remember seeing that the Heat are interested in getting playoff experience for their young guys. But I want to counter with that thought process. There's only one young guy, and it's Kel'el Ware. And you don't play him down the stretch of games anyway. He had 12 minutes at halftime. He finished with 22. So he played 10 second half minutes. 12 points, 8 boards, 6 of 6 shooting. Bam was actually phenomenal in this game. My goodness. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 5 blocks, 2 steals. Wow, what a game from him. And then Herro just down the stretch, 30 points, 8 boards, 7 assists, 5 of 10 from 3. And then, I mean, you can't talk about without Davion Mitchell. Off the bench, 16 points, played 40 minutes. Are you kidding me? $2 super chat from Butler or Crypto. Butler out, Miami in. What do you mean by that? Like Butler out of the team? I don't know how we score on Cleveland. I'm trying to find a way, Justin, to think about how we score consistently against the Cavs, and I'm just having a hard time doing that.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Shout out to Crypto. With good defense, we could beat Cleveland. Herro points tonight, and Mitchell is the new Kyle Lowry. I mean, they don't play similar at all. Davion Mitchell is able to beat you with his shooting, his speed, his quickness. Kyle Lowry was more of his savvy veteran ability. Let me just look up some quick NBA team stats. You guys realize that the Cleveland Cavaliers were the highest scoring team in basketball this year. They average 121.9 points per game. They're also the 8th best defensive team. Number 1 offensive team in the NBA this year, 8th best defensive team. I don't know, man. What? Oh, really? Did like something in the wall crack? Oh, they just turned it on. Another $5 super chat. We'll stay live as long as super chats come in. Grizzlies are taking it to the mats right now. I think we win one game. I think Sunday's going to be a shit show. I think we lose on Sunday by like 15, 20 points. That's what happened the last year. We had to play 2 play-in games. We won that Friday night game. Came back on Sunday in game 1 against the Celtics and got absolutely hammered. You guys are so confident the Heat are going to win this series. That's unbelievable to me. And I don't want to hear that's what being a fan is all about. You could be a fan and also realize when you are out of your depth. The Grizzlies are just hammering the Mavericks. Oh, shit. Bama King says it's just facts. I've watched sports all my life, and I'm telling you that Cleveland doesn't have that edge. All right, I didn't know we had the fucking biggest expert of all sports here. Sorry. Shot me. I didn't know. I should have known. Should have known. Sorry. It's on me. Doing some quick looking here. $5 super chat from Crypto. Do we trade Herro in the offseason? Values through the roof. Who are you trading him for? I kind of had a take earlier in the season that the Heat should trade Herro at his highest value, but I don't know who you're trading him for. Trying to look at some stats here for the Cavaliers. They are the second best three-point shooting team in the NBA. Sure that will go well. Top 6 rebounding team in the NBA. What? Yeah, like unfortunately, Heat fans might be the most delusional fan base in the NBA. Like, I'm telling you right now, you keep the teams the exact same, Justin. The exact same. You just swap the Cleveland Cavaliers logo, brand, and name with the Boston Celtics, and everybody would be feeling much different. It's just that they see the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Even this iteration of the Cavs has gone far in the postseason. They just can't beat the Celtics.
Yeah, they won their first round series last year, and they're much better this year. Like, I just think, like, I don't know, man. I like this entire time when I'm not speaking on air, my wheels are turning of thinking of ways Miami can beat Cleveland. I'm just not coming up with any. Like, could you give me one way the Heat win?
Not the way they've been playing the last month and a half. Only thing I can think of, and this is, everybody else would also have to stink too, but Donovan Mitchell disaster class.
But how do we cause a disaster class?
I don't have an answer.
Like, what are the defensive assignments? Let's just say our best 5 versus their best 5. And it seems like our best 5 is what they closed with tonight, right? That's what you would assume that the Heat will pit as their best 5 in closing moments. Herro, Davion Mitchell, Wiggins, Highsmith, Bam. Who does Bam guard? Does he guard Jarrett Allen? Does he guard Evan Mobley?
Probably Evan Mobley.
Okay, so he guards Evan Mobley. Who guards Jarrett Allen?
I don't have an answer.
Was he going to put Haywood Highsmith on him? And put Andrew Wiggins on him?
They
And give
would
up
have-
6-7 inches?
They would have to play Ware, but that
Because until I see Eric Spoelstra close with Kel'el Ware, I will not believe it. Listen, we got Kel'el Ware to be the starter. We won. Until we see Spo close the final 5 minutes with Kel'el Ware, I ain't going to ever believe it happened. So let's just say, you know what? Let's just be optimistic, Justin. Say they put Andrew Wiggins, a little bit taller than Highsmith, on Jarrett Allen. Highsmith defends
Donovan Mitchell.
Let's say Highsmith defends D-Mitch. Highsmith's a great defender. I don't think he's stopping Donovan Mitchell. Davion guards Darius Garland, and that would force Herro to guard DeAndre Hunter. And DeAndre Hunter could work him.
Either way, Hero's going to have to play some defense and Good luck with that.
The only way you win this series is if Tyler Herro somehow magically grows 4 inches on his wingspan and becomes a two-way player. Just don't see it, man. I thought we had it, Justin. I did. It was 98-92 Hawks with like 4 minutes left. I thought we had it. You know, the funny thing is, I'm in a group chat that all bet Heat money line tonight, and they were texting me like, "Oh, Rolly, the Heat suck, the Heat suck, the Heat suck. Wow, how are they choking this? Blah blah blah." I literally just messaged back, even when they were down 6, they are still going to win. The Hawks were never winning tonight, and I don't care how close the Hawks got to winning tonight. The Heat were always going to win because it's exactly what I didn't want to happen. The Heat never satisfy me. Whether it's them winning the finals, ever since I've become here at the Heat Report, anything I want to happen does not happen. If you see me root for something, the opposite will happen. So you know what? Actually, guess what? Congratulations, guys. We beat the Cavs in the first round. But that's not even true because I want the Heat to beat them. Like, I don't want them to lose. Now that they're in the playoffs and they ruined their draft pick, I want them to win. Unbelievable. Truly unfucking believable. All right. Enough of this discussion.
Well, there's a couple.
We got what?
About like 3 super chats.
We got 3 more super chats? All right. This one, crypto, Heat versus Celtics in the Eastern Conference 2025. It's possible. It's certainly possible. Mr. Gio, Rolly, you let Christian in here. He's not here for the Heat. He's a hater and knows everything. Yeah, you know. Listen, I'm not going to ban someone for having differentiating opinions. I would never do that. The only time you're getting banned is if you're hateful, disrespectful, say stuff that should never be said. That's when you get banned. I'm not going to ban you just because you don't like the Heat. That's, you know, I'm a democracy guy. Free speech, for the most part. Christian, $2 super chat. That's why we call the Heat the most delusional fans. Listen, I've seen some delusional thinking in the chat tonight. That's all I know. That's all I know. All right, it's getting late here. It's getting late here. We'll stay live. Holy fuck. Heat Twitter is hilarious. I will say that. We'll stay live if super chats come in. If not, we do need to sign off because I need to put together a little bit of a script here to film a Heat Cavaliers first round series preview. And then that will go out on the channel tomorrow. First ever team to make the playoffs as a 10 seed.
Adam Silver's throwing a party.
See, guys, the play-in works. Play-in works. Game is on Sunday, I believe. Let me double check. Is it at 6 our time? $6 p.m. our time. And then on Wednesday, we're the NBA TV game at 6:30. Nice. Ty Man, what are you going to do? Aren't you a Cavs fan? Think so. What? I'm nervous. What?
Oh, okay.
Oh, what were you going to say?
I thought game 4 was on Wednesday.
No, it's on Monday. What was Wednesday? Is there something on Wednesday, April 30th?
Oh, it's a personal.
Oh, gotcha. No, we played Monday, and then it would be we do play on Wednesday, don't we? If it's a game 5, yeah. I'm in shambles because I have a special guest coming May 2nd and May 4th, or May 2nd to the 4th. Game 6 would be Friday. Game 7 would be Sunday. Can't go 5. Can't go 6. Has to be done in 5. Either the Heat have to win in 5 or the Cavs have to win in 5. I got to be honest. I can't have 6 games. If I have 6 games, I might get broken up with. If it goes 7 games, I'm definitely getting broken up with. All right, one last chance for Super Chats. If not, I will sign off, put together a very, very quick Eastern Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Playoffs preview, and then head out. The fan turn off? Oh, it's so hot in here. All right. A record-setting stream. Record-setting. We have never had more than 54,000 people watch a live stream. Because on Wednesday, that was the most watched stream we have ever had. Tonight, we doubled it and got to 107,000 people watching. We crossed 21K subscribers today. What a night. Although I wanted the Heat to lose, to be in the lottery, it was a fun stream. It was fun talking with everyone, differentiating opinions. It's fine. No one's better than anyone else for having a different thought. I don't think I'm better than you guys for wanting the Heat to lose, and I don't think you guys should believe you're better than me because you wanted the Heat to win. One thing is very clear. I'll see you Sunday for Game 1. I'll see you Wednesday for Game 2. I will not see you next Saturday for Game 3. On the real, though, for the 500 people watching, I did want to mention this. Unfortunately, even though we've had some unbelievable streams here, I will not be able to do Game 3, which is Saturday, April 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, because we have a larger commitment as a company and me personally to cover the NFL draft. And I know some of you guys will say day 3 of the NFL draft, who cares? That does matter more for my bosses and our company. So I will not be able to do Game 3. If Game 3 was at night, I would have been able to do it. If it was at night, I would have done it because it would have been after the NFL draft. And it would have just been a really long day for your boy. But it's right in the heart of it. And it's like tough scheduling by the NBA. Tough scheduling. Tough scheduling, man. We caught the short end of the stick. Caught the short end of the stick on that one, folks. Luckily, though, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered if they played on Tuesday or Thursday or Friday. Listen. Bert, unfortunately, I promise you, the streams here have been killing it. The stuff that I will be doing covering the NFL draft for our Dolphins channel, because I do host our Miami Dolphins channel, will probably do better than what we would do here at the Heat Report. So the bosses do make good decisions that way. Just saying. Sorry. All right, last super chat, and we're going to head out of here because we do have to get out and film that next video. It's simple. Ware plays 30 minutes and a perfect game for everybody to win. Yeah, that happens one time. We get one win, and we'll lose in 5. And it is what it is. Sorry, I'm trying not to be negative. This is how I see it. It's just how I see it. Appreciate Mr. Geo. Appreciate everyone for all the donations. What a stream. What a night. See you Sunday for Heat Cavs Game 1. See you tomorrow with a video previewing Heat Cavs.